CareFinder is a real estate company that focuses on property development within the Gambia. We pride ourselves with providing not just quality and durable houses, but also state-of-the-art designs tailored to our clients' tastes and expectations. Our unique experience and expertise is second to none in the industry. We are currently building and selling 3-bedroom bungalows at Sukuta Traffic Lights and Jabang. We're also building and selling 3-bedroom story buildings at Sukuta Paradise. Other sites are also in the pipeline. With CareFinder, payment options are available. With just 40% deposit, you can get your house started. For more information, contact us on 329-5188, 727-0049, 709-8418. You can also check us out on Facebook and Instagram at CareFinder. With CareFinder, you are assured of a secure investment.
Assalamu alaikum baɗigol ngali konton kale bismillah ko reke mo be kerfatu jibe ka nyintemben alla di grand bantaba programme mutanale ne min kanale arjuma ni ñi wato sitam ba fala mo be ko juma mubarak of course ñinem first friday ti sunkaro kono ando ñinem first grand bantaba programme di fanan sunkaro kono ba fala mo be ko ala barka bake al kanyim programme no ma ñame milbe gambe bandala milbe gambia banko kan jamba fala thank you so much al kana ñen hanisa en ka subscribe na youtube channel kerfatu kanna fengol be keje wolto follow imagine tele follow be lonna membe kering gambia banko kan jamoto mobe ngata na youtube channel to min kera kerfatu media de ngata nga subscribe ni taba jibe kan facebook ifana ya sia of course subscribe na facebook mi alonko itaba jibe kan wolto kerfinda le nyim programme fasa ka sembentuendi to leblo do nyim programme ko to kerfinda ika korda wafole ke gambia banko kan jang molle mi alon ko la lanno warta bakele ni nata korda wafola e korda soro dulal bel to gambia banko kan jang locational betara bakele bari nata kene ken songale fanan bi bulu e lafta kalo ker fayenda ka wo fanan kalenne e ka loro kele wato la mi alon ko ite lafta ay bango wato la ker fayenda be la korda lo lale ay pare watara imam bata woto alila nomba ta mi alon ko abe tara barikan screeno duma jannim programme o nyimbe banna don alsita ila nombal ta woto ngeten duke je baki kanyim programme o fasa ka sembentu yandi en kanale janne arjuma kadi grand bantaba nati ale different lundangol gawalle nati ngakacha protiko ko la ngakacha ko do la mi alon ko lewe kering gambia banko kanjang bi fana mutana lenne bidum of course alaji mc alaji mc welcome saftan bi baax de
waaw da ko ñu ci wéru ko
ñiti abdou waaw
waaw ñu yëpp di ziaré ñëpp ci wéru koor bi dugal ci alhamdulillah yeen nañ ko tekki ati bari
amin
yalla nagu suñu woor yegal suñu baakar yëpp min xam ak xamut yalla ibi wursek yombal bir bi gis nañ ne bind bi xaw naa seet trop si wéru koor bi dinañ sopp teer ak duuli ak sukur foog naa ne loolu war nañ ci ñaan yàlla gën ko yombal si ëppal mooy si baado mel set jamono nekk na trop di nuyu tam ñu nekk si diaspora bi ñoom tam ñu ngi topp programme bi fu grand bantaba ñu ne 9 o'clock rek ñëpp di bàyyi seen soxla ci programme bi kon ñu ngi ziyaare ñëpp di ñu itam suma broda muy Talibu ak naa ne ñu ngi door a toog si panel bi maanaam moom.
since election bi
élection bi
waaw
bi campagne bi yëpp. laajee na ñëwee moom. ñëw
loolu mu ne ma ne dama dem jëli suma toogu bi. waaw.
waxoon naa ko de toogu yi moo xam naa ne moom dégg na la si am rek loolu laa ko wax. waaw fekk nekku fi.
kii ak moom seen area la.
waaw seet naa ko bi demoon naa gis naa ko kii ak tam mu ngi vidéo.
gis naa mu
ngi vidéo ba des ma wàññi moom. waaye gis naa mu ngi taal di vidéo gars yi.
waaw
ma ne ko waa loolu mooy politique. kenn ut la rek. waaw kii dafa xëcca ki xëcca. ma daal di di ku yàlla may ndam bi rek ñu accept ne. moo win.
dëgg la.
muy élection moo xam ne su daa am si Gambie council election. bu nga xam ne moom foog naa ne man bu ma dugg si politique ba léegi maa ngi doon gis council election.
mu mel ni yooyu non bii moom tàng na.
waaw bii jamono Jammeh su daa am. so foog naa bii moom tàng na trop.
even bu ñaamina bi melutoon nii sax.
bu ñaamina bi sax. wala bii nu mel mu dafa garaaw.
dafa garaaw waaw.
bala nga ko dee xam moom nga dem si grand bi nga gis. mel
balaa maa ñëw si taali boole yow lan mooy because waxuloo si lan mooy sa réaction si élection.
élection bi waaw gis naa gars yi waxoon naa ko fi.
waaw
man de wax naa ko politique kaca. wax naa ko grand Bantaba.
waaw
ne na woon fa woon. li xewoon si mais élection si ak chairman yi mooy xewaat.
is it because foofu seen area la.
waaw du area sax xam nga.
foofu seen strong wala
politique dafa am noo ko di jàngee. because soo demee base bu nga xam ne. yow amuloo fa di sa base. masi boo war a wax. da nga ko war a xoolaat bu baax. soo demee di wax ne waa bu leen sànni opposition. parce que ñoom ñuy wax loolu. ñoom opposition la gaa yi nekkoon. opposition mënut a indi développement. 2 years.
campagne la de.
waaw wala monsieur yooyu soo ko wax.
campagne moom la
yaa ko wax di ko nga xam ne dañ xam politique. di nga xam ne awee nañ xam nañ politique xam nañ bu kii yaa ñëpp xam kii yaa.
waaw
soo xoolee history Yaya Jammeh ak kii yaa. soo ñooñu ak fu Yaya Jammeh doole Yaya Jammeh bi yëpp mënu koo jël. soo ñëwee taxaw nga ne bu leen sànni opposition ici développement yéen opposition ngeen nekkoon ak Yaya Jammeh.
waaw
bàyyi leen Jammeh dem ànda bàyyi leen opposition dem ànda Jammeh. waaye da ngeen nekkoon si opposition bi 22 years ak UDP. te ñoom ñu wax loolu tey pare ñu bés boobu tam soo fa taxawee nga jël ay kàddu yu ñaaw di ko wax Lawyer Darboe au UDP ñooñu bés UDP la. am na nooy wax gars yi kilifa yi sax ak waa dëkk bi dañoo mer. so message bi gars dañ communiquer foofu baaxut.
message ok seen message moo baaxut. ok
waaw wala soo bëggee ñëw moo tax moo gisee wax naa ko fi ma ne ñoom dinañ coow dinañ yuuxu dinañ def lu nekk. dinañ wax waa kii yaa ngi wala affaire su ñëwee si élection bi. pare gis naa fu gars yi wax ne waa ñoom seen vote si increase na.
waaw loolu la
wala UDP tam seen vote increase na andu gën a am solo mooy. Gambia du percentage.
yaa
Gambia raw gaadu na. benn personne dafa dugal State House. so kon du about increasement of suma vote increase na suma base increase na déedéet. te su nekkoon ne lii moo stand président élection si kon UDP ñooy dem government. so du percentage bul xool foofu looy xool mooy win nga demoon pour win kuy dem bëri. yow looy gis mooy su nga teepee sa kanam bi sax xar sa kanam bi wala adda bi de yaa daaneel. waaw loolu nga soxla soo xoolee football.
Gambia even one vote moom win nga de.
suma bés man suma coach muy Marino.
waaw
lu mu dee wax mooy di best way to win is to defend.
is to defend waaw Marino la.
waaw dafa defend 90 minutes bi mu score benn góor mu taxaw.
pare si waaw
mu def naka barrière si.
3 points yi ñoo gën a important.
waaw ñoo gën a important. Arsenal ak suñu plus préfet bi yëpp. mu dee mujjee. Chelsea dafa score benn góor rek. téye ko fa waaw. Arsenal dem ya football bi yëpp ñu ne football bi ñoo ko def ñoo am parce que ñoo am 100% bool ñu ko am. fu dee am mooy ku win la.
ku win la de.
so kon foog naa ñoom ñu war a xoolaat mooy dañoo war a delloo back to drawing board ñu xool ne. politique yi léegi wan ne dig wala nga bàyyi politique bi jot nga ñëw nga leebul tali. ne waa tali bi nga bëgg a góomloo gars yi ne nañ liggéey tali bi ñoom seen responsabilité dañoo war a liggéey dañoo war a am tali. ba ko 2016 loolu dañ campagne ne fu waaye munti nekk ak fu waaye munti support. as far as yaa ngi ci dëkkam yaa ngi fay tas da nga war a am développement. wala nga ana nguur o an lu nguur développement da nga ko war a am. loolu mooy dëgg. so kon tey ñoom ñi waruñu waa di wax ne soo sànnu nguur du am développement parce que ñoom loolu nga gisee Yaya Jammeh.
ne taay boobu mu ne dañ doon defar yoon bi because ñoom dañ ko dee use ak seen authorities yi.
waaw
because si campagne bi ñu ngi ko doon use dañ gis ne foofu dafa sori moo tax ñu start di ko defar.
ñu sax di am yoon. wala bul xaar ba taay bi campagne jot nga ñëw pour politique boobu mu amoon fi. ñëw leebul tali bi dig askan bi ñu ne waaw ne fi nga toogaan ñu daanu doo leen gisaat. even booxool yi sax. nguur moo war a joxe ndox. man nanguwuma sax ñu ne waa opposition bi dafa war a joxe dafa war a code because nguur si boobaa bàyyi subvention si dafa war a political party yi other countries like Ghana. dañoo jël political party jox leen subvention nga xam ne noonu lañu war a am. but Gambia fi soo xoolee political party yi seen account si. ku fa am 5 millions dollars si sax.
yow mu ngi réet moo di yéen mu ngi réet.
bu ko li fa nekk mooy flop la.
I know.
MC mooy teg kii teg ñu flop dem campagne so nguur moo amee yëpp
but loolu la tamit da ngeen a jaay seen programme it's not you are not government so
never about sax jox ni ki xaalis ni ko kaay campagnal ma kaay political ma nga soo liggéeyee solo loo génnee xaalis sax sa liggéey moo la delloo moo la jox loo bëgg si politics
waaw I know. So Lola, so after my election, it was also very tense, you know.
Well, tense na. Xam nga arrivé de man xam man de ñu ko result maa ngi toog sama kër bi di lool fii.
After bi bu election bi jeexee tense na. Baaxum wax na si coow ak yéen loolu. Waaw génnoon nga audio, right?
Waaw génnoon naa audio si mbiri baaxum. Because dama gëm ne fu ñu jaarale Ibrahima Diba. fu ñu jaarale suñu collègue. Baye Sonko. Ak member Ibrahima Mamadou Sabally ñoom ñëpp bina la Madi Jobaate bina ñu oo leen yóbbu leen ci police oo leen teg leen 3 days dugal leen si biir ay seel so ñu tey lu baaxum wax ak lu ñu wax yëpp soo ko xoolee di seen punishment la nga war a am because baaxum tey police suñ ko ooyee teg ko benn place mooy dimbale baaxum because benn am na ko xam ne waa Kiyang la mun naa gis baaxum si mbedd bi attaque ko daanu si kawam yooyu mun naa possible but police yi ñoom suñu ne baaxum dafa apologize rek dañ ko war a bàyyi déedéet fu mu war a apologize moo di court yow la war def moo as police officer mooy da nga ko war a charge jëm ko court bi mooy decide la dafa war a apologize la dañ ko war a baalal la dafa war a dem boo tey foo jaarale Ibrahima Diba doo ko seet bi 3 days bàyyi Sonko kaani fi nañ ko yóbbu 3 days ñu charge ko so keneen di leen baaxum de buñ xool ne baaxum dafa am na suñu ko defee ñu gëm ne comme ni mu nekkee NPP moo la léegi tey mu ngaa baaxum tey soo xoolee puusam baaxum saaga na fi Mama Kandeh saaga na fi Loya Dabo saaga na fi MC Thiam saaga na fi Fatou Touré ko xelaat baaxum saaga na la peut police musuñ ko oo peut ni nga gis police baaxum yi left and right so foog naa ñoom lu war def mooy dañ ko war na bu ko ooyee mu ñëw dañ ko war na diteen caaj ko fu ñu jaar rek di ko ci seel bi within 72 hours nga jaar la ko soon Alaaji Boora lu mu ko def moo gën a garaaw moo doon 72 hours Boora pay jël ko sànni ko si poto so kon tey fu ñu jaarale ñooñu tey war nañ fa mën a jaarale baaxum bu baaxum nga xamee tey si ñoom la bokk sample si ñoom la war a nekk sample yi nekk nguur bi fu nga war a wane ñëpp lañ émale fu nga ko war a wane mooy si baaxum lañ ko war a wane bon problème bu gàmmee si am mooy dama ko defal even di CSO yi ak political parties opposition political parties gis nga Barrow bu mu appoint di IGP dafa war a nekk noise because doo mën a jël sa goro def ko IGP donc kooku tey mooy sa goro mu ngi sëy rek président bi dafa am loo xam ne fu mu jaar mu protection kooku doo ko mën a dénka place bu nga xam ne place yi arrest la teg benn place la
okay so you think ne du lifin
waaw opposition party yi ñoom tay boo de war def nooy bu Macky Sall defee Sénégal bu mu jëlee rek président bi Mansour Faye def ko ministre ñun som ko gars yi den taxaw complain loolu bokk na lu yaa nguuri Macky Sall ne mu ngi jël rek président rek jabaram def ko ministre
okay it's more of a
so kon tey yooyu opposition bi yooyu leen war di xool ba ko tey yu bëri su ko def fa baaxee ba ko soo xoolee IGP lu mu wax noonu loolu taalibu moo ko war a wax ne apologize na nangam loolu waxi NPP ñoo war a wax loolu language boobu moom as the IGP bu ko laajee question bi dafa na war a investigation mu ngee dem mu em fa
waaw te oo nañ ko investigating
waaw dafa la woon em wala bu wax ne waaw apologize na parce que Yankuba Dabo apologize na fi
waaw jooju si
apologize wala ba tey mu ngi dem court case ba nga dem court ba tey police nga Yankuba ñu ngi koy yóbbu court
that's right
wala problème bu loolu lañ war door di bàyyi xel mooy police yi ñoom ma dem ko dee wax in fact politics ñun government bi dafaa dem bàyyi leen fi wala police officers yi yaa ana yaa jëme mu doon wax ne suma police yi te bàyyi fi police yi
alright thank you
so kon tey police yi ñoom politiciens yi bu ñu jël politiciens yi door leen wax ne defal ni ñoom dañuy dem bàyyi leen fi
okay alright MC thank you so much Talibo
buwa baraka bagge ba fula mole ko to ya no Friday mo barak na ya fa nyamin tom bi le mo foloti na karo kono bi le fana mo grand bantas dari lo ni kama mo be contrôle sun karo la wala sun karo ni fana ko ala satina ni ala shaka ni bi kafar lawti ka kenni dunya ni lakiro sutuwoti wala momol de sunkaro kono ala kana sunkaro ni ko lan bima to lo bam gato kenda to lo bam wala sati nandi ko besi sonna
amen
bir na par bir kontona si contrôle
ha
na tula katari jam na famata bake
ina famata nyola le ha
belum piam ngaji wato do la ka tare la bidigo le to
je ala bidiko amundo kiya
tande be ni tan do mas no ay fun filo kono ke namam be bar bayo ni mo jamala fana benda filo do bar ngalo do ga sal pretis le do ni boro na ni penta do boro ko eta si so dolu datale na hamno ko men de kata si rawni kama ko min 2021 fana lora president ya la president ya tala nyami fenta am fana felta ni la de maje incumbent ya bonya daron incumbent
boy no wandia
ya kada nyaw ni ma boy ni no fana tatila blato nga kada me boy ni no hani mewol men ya ke fani ci amano ni ya kibe ba ke namanke yankuba dabole do e malik bulo is incumbent
yes
talbe is incumbent wol pro kawol point i rapport men sur le monde at the council at anywhere yena mo na the science and yo challenge a bondi abuka easy
landing fana
so ni ko be ni nudi bi ko be nganyala KMC la ko be nganyala banyula ite kaje ko wo mu ko le me alon ko i man politiko no
e man nyana nganyala
man nganyala wala okay ni na taji be faral ko West Coast na incumbent be bijo mallo amanke ya bondi comme i dalala nati president tel fana dala nati president senta nyola je so ndo la molu splitta so we are cost ka fuko itul tambida but wo martina de ka fuko wala be reflect la in the presidential election ni koy bokela ibe fanne ni la wala yo plan jawon si men fa dro wala minti ko yati yirwa mol de ka kumbo mo yirwa ndel tata kiya ni tele kumbo ta yirwa ni après ko itul la kansulo membe ke wa yirwa samaje bawo 2017 UDP council le bije wo bota je ko council do ko nata sa anoto o fana mu UDP le dafere wol be yirwa kile hanne ata central government man naje sila ko ni 7 km road wala council na la chairman o nyanto keno kuram bandel ngata be ma sembe president o kuram dundije ay trakido sambaje ay gadino sambaje domar ay gadin ba sambaje ay jo kuram samba amamala para yibe pilot fix kange so yalo man sakunda atray woto yo sa ila local government council ben bantaje inte buka moy be fen advocate la kafa ay nyine kijam nsonta nyina kafa ko mosi pati yo kan ye patu yo kanu ay fayla tepu fay sira hani fawna yirwanta ya fam ibe kor la pro kaje nsonto la ba mo men balanta ya jam i balanta president Adam Barrow mobe bo jilal ka fako wol mu palanda droneti dro
so yidi bin kollam da
yidi bin kollam palanda da mu ani fo la kayro man
okay
so nyine be kol jini kono flan jaw fana be baawun na ko men foga ni nga wo kol cross kunu la Ousainou num ko da dabo fudita press conference ke bara ay baawun na nyin kuma kam a fasara mandika count buba ni yew kumo londinte ka fo ni entul mu fisir walawlati inata konye ko MPP diwul men ka Barrow support wala mu banko dinkurunati lo ya Ousainou dum kunda nyatu nan ndebe mentala wala mbahu ye men fo ndebo le tat because kunu lo ya dabo e fasaro ke men ko ya nyinin kay ko ka fo moy ko ungrateful ko wala mu man comme mala ni ma apprécier ni yo fonte nte bola tala dina ya fonye ko membe MPP wala mu banko din kurunga kar ndela sato
iflol be man beta da abe man nyanna yu
man nyanna fola bari mol condemn so ndega menje ko UDP ka MPP la ko le condemn bari tel famu ika melfo lan son konke aka kumo men fo president wal ite fonga lon ko wo moto fula moy ya wada sa bari ina na man press conference fola ina na man mo kuntindi ko ka wo kumo but ndela sato lo ya dawo be siri kamba din less than 20 years ako lo ya kon don lañu sato kono anna yim banko kan MPP diwul men bi jam akoy wala banko din ko lati ibulo ko sa
alla sato
na sato
mundu wala ko kala
ala ila min last to ta na sato to yes so ko bo nyi suto la bari ya kumanda ka ja aka ite ba ma MPP ikoto mam MPP ndefa mu MPP temen ni babo da bakirim fatin ikon defana bu dem gurulati odumo lo somandala ay apology fuldindi ay audio bon
I
apologize
so den tela problem min defan al ibele mambele whether UDP like whether NPP
very good
whether NRP whether APRC or but na keta mo bele nyanta
ko bari ba mi aji be baake lu afana men fo lu aka kufla jibe ji
but talibo natara for example ye UDP call ya for ya ARS fo ma mere nyanta ba arrest la
okay yalo arrest ni mo arrest ke it depends on the nature of the crime that he committed. Babu humbri akumat. Automatically a jindi I apology ke. Ya understand?
Another fendo la kan correct.
I'm not like.
Imari. Okay.
But I'm like a molo. Yo bar ni kunu. Usenu ko ye penke bindan jay transfer. Ya samba basi.
Yeah,
in go.
I apologize.
And that I apology.
Yeah.
Okay, sign for nyanta apology pang accept lale. Nyanta pa nang command lale. Dabo
nendiro ke go.
Ari para ay bankola I been for I accusation wala ke was it fit no wala no banko kan.
Okay, all right. Yes. So I'll engage MC on
that. So I think krato usen nyanta command lale as an opposition leader ala kuma kam kuliat. Inyanta arrest lale.
Oro yanda baro aresa minda wasi ala
mina je wala na mina kan fanka da taro kuma sifalo MC no ka fo menda surtout ta fa ka fo menda yanda baro aresla
okay so
yanda bi fa na ha ko yanda da aresla
okay so MC
buwa
alne la may
ngane dabo loyala te lango yagum ko waxe waxut ne nama dégga jot naa remorse ne so xoolee ma ci bu daabo wax waxut ne Binta Njie dañ ko transfer jot naa information whether it's true or false su nekkee loolu am na loolu language mu la ko benn court su ko interpréter
su fekkee ne man la duma
apologize nga bi ko dafa ne loolu dafa simple language la wax waxut ne kii dañ ko da ngaa déglu am na duñu yaaxa waxtaan da ngaa déglu rek am nga suñu waxtaan da ngaa déglu day war ma xam nga man bëgguma ay puusal yi ci wante da ngaa soo waxee ma bàyyi la nga wax ñu seetaan soo understand nga daabo kenn du jël wax toon ko su waxam lu mu war dafa leer an loolu benn court bu la mën a yóbbu benn police bu la mën a arrêté loolu su waxoon ne Binta Njie dañ ko fa but jot na information whether true or false su nekkee am na loolu ko wata am kon boobu taxaw na boobu dafa dara lu nga xam ne tey dafa am information
so léegi
man keesi Binta Njie wax naa ko fi ma ne il faut ñu ne war di bàyyi suñu xel bu baax particulièrement suñu supporters yi nekk si social media bi UDP ne ko xeex bu nekk dañ ko war a jël because li internal affairs of the police la Binta Njie doo ñu suñu parti stand mooy dañ war a fight injustice ak ku munti nekk even taalibu suñ ko jaayoon doole tey sax ñu taxaw condemn ko weda mu ngi NPP o mu ngi UDP loolu mooy suñ position as a party bon ne ko xeex bu nekk dañ ci war a bokk
so yàlla 2026
so tey
nii winda bi na
so tey soo xoolee léegi soo xoolee par exemple Binta bu mu génn dégg naa interview lu mu wax mooy santuma kenn xeexal ma
waaw mo wa siya de ay
understand nga man dama bañ politique bëgguma politique duma sànni carte si di sin yow nga ne ba nekk police officer yow nga war a encourage every Gambians ñu war a vote bëgg lu fa important que vote ku nekk lu mooy sa right yow soo taxaw nga ne waa man sa du ma dee vote bëgg na laaj ma politique liggéey bu nombul la politics tey waaye nga soo uniforme di def lu nga xam ne tey loolu arut politique lu nga xam ne gisuloo ko waxut naka la mu fene si dikk la mu nekk jukko la wede nga nekk politicien o nekkuloo politicien soo bañee wax ne ngay wax nga xam ne ku digga si dikk la nekk
ok
bi ko gis nañ police officer yoo xam ne tey daaxane nañ si police bi jël ay xale ndaw si bij bi si mi la gis nga loolu story boobu
yeah sure
nga dem moo gën a bon loolu so kon tey liggéey politique liggéey bu nomul la parce que tey julli baax na or baax na boo tam sona sa askan bi tam baax na ante soo xoolee lu bëri injustice yi yaa ngi koo def ni ngi taxaw di condemn moom ñaata yoon mu ngi nekk si police bi ñaata teg moo rong nga xam ne moom fii la toog fii defee nga xam ne tey koregut
ok Talibo wax na loolu last
fii la toog fii lu nga xam ne tey bu fa nekk bu mu nekk si fi ko so il faut ñu nekkul ne lu nekk rek dañ ko di il faut ñu xool
okay send party sabotage all right thank you so much MC nene
nga tambi
mo nene fanke ñu kacale
na lafta nga ñin place nane ni temu dabo tin tete apology kala ko take because yep movement rumors yolo moy ina ta moy ko a manke mo rumors na design na mu dawo doro but ni apologize ya admit la ko you said something wrong
okay it's okay go ahead nene welcome
and I agree with that one. Yeah, that's admittance. I was wrong, but there's nothing wrong also to apologize if you're wrong. When you err, you acknowledge. It's part of human being, and it's part of honesty. When you err, you acknowledge that you erred, and you correct yourself. That is okay. But admitting that you are wrong, they have ego. Just brush it under the carpet and never acknowledge I made a mistake or I was misinformed. Oh, what is this word? Unbecoming of me. You know what I mean? Although I'm not. I know. But anyways, man, I don't disagree with MC. Fena. Degala binta gina na muni santut ken hehal ko. In that because manding kalodon la. Santut ken hehal ko or whatever. Well, again. Two things. If you know the character of the individual, you will know she's not a confrontational person. Right? When it comes to ligayam ak I don't think that we will question that. I'm new inviting coffee mu talk fini, and we had a heated back and forth because ñun suñ view si liñ believe ak mom liñ believe it's completely different. And we all know the culture of people in uniform, right? This thing of obey and complain. You don't.
Yes, sir, yes, ma thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I still have my views that should not be. Lu wrong la. Regardless of you wear the uniform or you don't wear the uniform, lu wrong la.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And you're not supposed to defend it. But they made to believe you cannot disagree with your superiors. They made to believe when your superiors give you command, you have to execute and not even question, right? Because lo leng de lao. Talk na fini, I remember when we were debating about the IGP sitting on a political platform, Barrow saying some kind of derogatory statements and even referencing to the IGP, sitting right there, and the IGP said nothing. We take it as his consent. Mu defend ko fini okay IGP bi Barrow moko hire, appoint warna fa tok. You know what I mean? Even though we beg to differ. But now moving on to the realities of today. Mom defend the position am opinion am la wax, which I feel she has a right to because she was not speaking as a police officer, right? So now if the brouhaha went so big that possibly the pressure is too high on her and mu feel if people continue to fight for her, it will not stop things and it's going to take things to another level. And she wants people to just let it go. Motamu make those statements. Man, I'm not going to take a lash and whip her on that. Because lolo no bare na nyikowa. Then there am sa problem bopa. Understand? And then you say, anyway, man santu maken mo hehalma, santu maken mo sagalma, and things like that. Let me bring MC back, to recent past. Ñun ñep xam nañ naka la Rohimali lo starté won politique first time even second time it was very heated amut luñ ko waxalut fini why we've seen her repeatedly come out and say buguma ken tontul ma buguma ken xeexal ma buñ ma saagee noppi leen saagoñ leen man la saaga but lolu did not stop supporters and lovers of Rohimali Law continuously defending her continuously insulting other people that insult her calling people ne ñu ko fightal munta dem ci kër ku nekk ne la hey man suñ ma saagee bu waxal bulli waaye taxaw na on platforms and say it openly but loolu stop it and loolu ni minute ne because of wana ko rek ñëpp dañ ko war a abandon kenn waratu ko support kenn waratu ko wax dara you understand so loolu waxin rek la and waruñ ko ci dóor ak yooyu noonu so I want people to understand that man as the activist I am it's not about the individual
It's not about the personality, it's about the actions.
The action.
Whether you want me to fight for you or not, man, I will advocate against the wrong. I will advocate for the right, regardless of who is involved or who says what. I think that's what the issue is.
Are you man gonna topic what it be? Ani badum.
Hey, no more bula endima. Bula endima. No, activist. Activity. I'm an activity. Activist.
Thank you for that. Bindala ko ni yaji bi pake. Binta ala personal fo bang amala personal fo bang. Nin ku keta bam bindala ba flale ko police wala. Mune ba balla ay si jang ay ko mol bondi nyoto kenta noma kidita noma. Ananda to fola dande wonu jang wonu coming ala banku diya so nyamen fo wonu ngani na banku diya la ba. Andum ay men kata jaw wonu abe wo police men kono kula keta mol la men man diya moli. Comme ata fanam funta men man diya in kia.
All right.
Muna nana mala personal opinion fo wolon ko dat.
Tay ba am nga ñun problème bu am. Man dam dee wax ne gis nga il faut ñu door di bàyyi suñu xel xeex yu ndey jël. Because Binta mun naa wax ne santuma kenn bu ma xeexal. Bo dama góom ne Binta tey si génnoon tey lu war a def dafa am solidarité mooy am na ko sa ay nit. Nga xam ne dañ taxaw. wane seen féetu am na dañ ko créer groupe chat sax fans club. ñun at least sax na acknowledge ñuy seen effort ne dëgg gis naa seen support despite wane nga seen injustice whatever yëg nii waaye tey soo taxaw nga ne man santuma kenn man dama hate politics bëgguma politics understand nga so man dama feel like ne man ama problème ku nekk xeer ko bu ko man nekkul nekk la lay duga man nekkul xeer bu nekk la MC di duga man mun naa toog 2-3 weeks sax du ma wax si gis nii sama feel like ne because am na xamante ni nga par exemple soo xoolee police yi dañ am problème bu nga am mooy so the politician moo dem state house cross carpet parce noon taali boobu mu taxaw mu ne IGP moo sponsor ay gële moo ñëw cross carpet te mun si ay few months IGP ñu def ñu promote ko ministre of interior
Ramu Sabal
nga loolu am na fi gis nañ fi seen jigéen yi ñu def naka wings xaw ma naka female wings xaw ma naka
Female police officer NPP whatever
am so kon police yi ñoo am problème bo tey bindarum deer nii daf ko war a continuer te kon nag moom kiyam bi yéen arrêté war na ko mën a affaire léegi
bind kiyang la jóge
ndella kiya yabanya because nde muso nyini jele ndiwul bije ata ko ala statement ko ko hanne mo kata kiya
ala bugata kiya mar kiya bolo ko
ndiwul bije na muso bije
sa ela moy kam fatile en nambo yo kara
ba pare MC this statement of you understand not ne xeex bu nekk nga duga understand nga nañ bàyyi suñ xel ci loolu noonu xeex bu nekk du xeex bu nekk la UDP di jël du xeex bu nekk la
dama ne suñ parti bi ñu nekk si social media bi am na lu doy mooy ñu focus si 2026 elections. Because tey loolu moo gën a am solo.
But there is life beyond 2026.
Social media.
And there is life. There has been life before.
Social media.
And there will be life after 2026 MC.
am na fayda ba yaa ngi koy jël fu mu dee mujjee activité fu mu dee mujjee am na xam ne yaa ngi jël xeex bi sax yaa ngi koy jël.
If you tell me
MC ka da même faram fo ndolu kabrim baaxu ñim fo mu farata temal MP bi ko dol fo ne baaxu attaque la
ako ken deke fo
par ñaata yuli fi ko le ni kan mo kilinde kumal
okay all right so say
non ala mo man dama ko ñaayaati man ko gisee ko xamne
wo man ke to ñaayaati
man ko gisee ko xamne ko mo gisee ko xamne UDP est ce que jaaduwul
mané ko
man dama ko
MC
ma ko di wala ki sa lu ma wala holo de
nga ñaata
min wa understand lu ma bëgg a wax ya understand la wala wax
Salou Kemo Baro ay ba on attaque le MPP la
ko kiyam ko la
ko jama haninte même fon fele di nada nga ba on mun di support jam do li attaque Salou Kemo Baro yo attaque le min fenke kere fa fengato donc aji swani la fon ko do jam so bra
la politique ja ko
ka konte jam
la follow ya ma de
no atele follow ma tele ma no atele follow ma
ga mo do tele ma
brinde nga binda ma atele follow ma wala nan fara nga ma
Okay. Now the more audio. Okay, all right. So
genuine. It doesn't matter for boka dan ci wara ne sumbo ndax xex bi every day la ndax every hour la fight until you ensure ne there is no injustice meted on anybody. Why xex bi duñ ko jël xex bi waruñ ci duga hey dina am bes bo xamne xex bi dina nek sa ko
ko mo mbeta projet ko na ba
nga fene exam na programme to jang na viasol men kan jibe ka mol banene
bu ko control
bu taybo bu lo control bay rek comment yo mom bi ko
ma hanni ma control bar Musa advocate no yalo nendiro mam betea comme ndel be musulman let and good Christians andu yajo nendiro ka reflex lalto because ibe social media ko no yente banen do fana ye banen ata programme ni dian la
okay
ndebe même foka ite nyanta hakili jara mun la tay bo safela.
Okay, for next time.
Yeah, next time. Or sa ni mo nintan lo jang ko mun
ni ga mi fo ite buka karanje ngalo wala tin.
Why you know they're very good to moderate the comments. You see them deleting a lot of comments. Exactly. And you see they will put a disclaimer. No insult, please be moderate.
But to be honest, nendiro kay we don't encourage people.
Of course.
Dolbi jenge sama prison for 1 year. So
you mute them or block them, right?
Last program do en nene ngaje do fana ya nene. Yalla ndema nene.
Yes.
Bara adlaye man nte kanun tolo moti. O ya nene.
Okay, all right. So kamfati le na bayokara ala kumandi on the 523
atele fana nyun karade.
Yeah, kamfati salwo kanale altaji.
No kamfati mo wategene kamfati
ala
star.
Ala futu mo nyin dimasnala. Molbitaje la.
Okay.
Molbita minto?
Ala futu sidula.
Juma la futu sila
Kamfati creation ala futu zero
ay bayo kele fo ko do soto ta fo be mo so futu la
ya la bidan no mo
je ibidan no Kamfati mo fo jede
Kamfati mo bari no
bismillah 523 wala mala number 5234379 5234379 ala kumandi won number be duna programme to mo wole fedron dimbe programme start la minna pour ka kacha wole be kala of course the National Assembly Gambia banko kanjang ye diaspora voting they voted against it akam dale ko National Assembly member mi alon ko lebe NPP NRP aning independent candidate dol ya vote le ko diaspora ite carte o faynola nyin carte fayla mi alon ko wole kana be o folo le kacala bari janni wo nga Ousman soto janne mi alon ko Ousman Bojang jamme mi alon ko abatanam fo Berending combo Berending of course atelebe kelana luntawati bi alialo ne Berending ni gunjurtema problème mo sotata no jele fo mo nata banje ila lan problème mo tema nin ko mo kene ku problème mo le duntano tema fo mo clean nata banje na la kilo bakan wo kola le mansa kunda nata intervene ina tax force londi pour ka ko kiskisi andum nying lanu ko kota ke a wulti tema le Berending ye press conference kele kerfatu ya bandile gunjul fana nada press conference ke andu nyilbe mu kafa fulo leti mi alon koy sabuta nyomale so wala nange nadi pour ka ko kacajam pour ka mansa kunda kala mutan diabe keri ne fana janni pudo abina kala Ousmane, welcome to the program any mole nyokondo.
Thank you very much. Bubambe kontona bake mbela mo lal jibir lal be kontona comme ya fanya rek amu kulere mi lonko anyanta kacala le dol fo mi be sirin kena ko nyi mantul sola bare Cairo wala nan wakilta ngo be diamula pour Gambia be ya moy ning aya tara tolle man tara tonya kan kana bojam fanga la funya ko Ousmane alman tara tonya kan bari luwale be rolling bismillah. Thank you
be murane kanne but first MC in 5 minutes the National Assembly rejected diaspora voting la moy sa reaction.
Waaw jërëjëf Buba nekut surprise ci man because so xolé ñu xamé ñu jiti réew mi muy président Barrow ci bopam ñoom mbiri diaspora dañ feel like ne ñi so leen joxe voting right dañu vote against the government foofu gis nañ ne suñu demee America Gambia sa di protest wala seen naxar bon dafa am loo xam ne gars yi dañ ko war a bàyyi xel ne 2016 bu ñu génnee Yaya Jammeh fii loolu bokk na tax Gambien si vote Jammeh out mooy diaspora bi dañ war a am voting right diaspora bi dañ campagne bu baax nekk si rajo yi nekk si télé yi di waxtaan ak seen famille yi pour ñu vote di coalition 2016 jiite ko bàyyi Adama Barrow tey moom bu mu jëlee réew mi tam force mi ci mu ama diaspora bi daf leen gërëm sant leen bu baax and diaspora bi dañ contribute xaalis dañ def ay fundraising xaalis bu bari man time bu maa ngi GDC sax ñun ñu ngi taxaw si élection si wala ñoom xaalis bu gaa dajale yëpp benn parti leen ko jox mooy coalition bi leen ko jox xooluñ GDC ne xëy na GDC dafa ñëw pour dimbali Jammeh loolu sax ñun kër defoon nañ kër yi bu time boo si fi demee Pandé ñu si yàlla man ko foofu ma ne diaspora bi ñaari parti ñoo dem ñoo taxaw wala ñoom xaalis bu gaa dajale yëpp dañ ko jël jox ko coalition politique bi bàyyi GDC soo xoolee si diaspora bi maanaam gars yi doon nekkoon foofu di pusam pour si rajo yi Fatou Network ak Freedom time boobu ñu ma attaque di ma saaga because ñoom time dañu gisoon ne GDC dafa ñëw pour dooleel Yaya Jammeh but after present elections la gars yi understand ne kon taxawee GDC separate lii mooy njëriñ bi so kon ñooñu den struggle bu baax pour gis ne ñoom ne war a am voting right fu Guinée Bissau di jox seen doomi réew ñu vote kotawaat Gambia bu nga xam ne tey seen doomi réew bu nga xool revenu bu nga xam xaalis bu ngay dugal si réew mi fii tey am na kër nga xam ne tey suñ seen doomi réew yi si biti na suñ téye seen loxo yi duñ añ duñ ree duñ léewu am na fi bu kër bu nga xam ne amul ku nekk Europe kër bu right now Gambia mu ngi struggle waaye tey diaspora bi tam ñoom tam lu mu war a def mooy despite gars yi reject nañ ko boot Yaya Jammeh joxutoon gars yi voting right boo taxu tam diaspora bi mobilise na seen boppa dem si ay ECOWAS si EU si naka UN def ay pétition def ay protest wane ne ñu ngi leen am right bu ko constitution Gambie moo leen jox right pour ñu vote si constitution bi la nekk despite député yi reject nañ ko o rejectuñ ko il faut nga xam par exemple nga xool ñeen ñoo amee réew mi ñuy pile réew mi ñu tey ñoo nekkoon si nguuru Jammeh la ngaa nekkoon mosu jox Gambie si am naka voting right kan moo di speaker kan moo di député speaker ñooñu tey fa la gaa nekk seen nguur musuñ wax Gambien si nekk si biti réew am voting right so tey ñooñu tey ñooy taxawaat tey bi ko soo xoolee ñu ko reject peut-être si draft constitution bi diaspora voting right mu ngi fa bon ministre bi si boo xam sax perewul pour defeen ko dimba bi du first time mu ko def even draft constitution mu ngi ko téye ministre bi lu mu def dimba loolu dafa tam pour mu defeen ko problème.
He previously said, because previously Minister dafa wax ne he is confident that diaspora will nañ vote in 2026.
daf ko wax waaye di ma si assemblée bi soo xoolee nu mu taxawee sax la wax ne kii perewu pour xam nga nit ki gis nga loi bul xool tey yaa ngi ci toogu président o yaa ngi ci nguur loi bi tey féeboowut la bi ko su jàllee du la féeboo élé mun ngaa nekk opposition nga pare ñu si opposition MP ñu si oppa exil la nga di mujjee one time MP la ñu nekk fu ñu mujjee di dem ay Europe du ko xosul ba tey ni nga war a am bu nga am voting right fekk yaa ngi ko wax ay nit bi ko tey da ngaa dem am one time nga mujjee dem Europe so kon tey loi bu xam ne tey yow yaa ngi ko xañ tey ëllëg mun nga ëllëg nga soxla ko ëllëg moo tax loi dafa war a flexible.
They are contradicting statements because su waxee previously that he is confident that diaspora nañ vote in 2026 nga ñëwaat nga ne even National Assembly bi suñ approuvé IC duñ mun a register. They are not the 8 regions. It's so contradicting.
Yeah. So waaye soo waxee Supreme Court den rule foog naa man lu gaa war a debate dima si Assembly bi mooy budget naka la gaa war a nekk so loolu la war a discuss bu Supreme Court vote na ne ñii de am right pour lifin.
It should be approved by
waaw so Assembly bi war a approve so lu war a def mooy ñoom ñu xool budget bi lu la gaa war a discuss dimba not about the vote bon soo xoolee the electoral law comme like people like Fatou Jawara moom bu xamee dafa vote lii bu mu jàll dafa xëy electoral reform lii bokk na si.
Farmata Jawara and Fatou
Jawara tey toccoon nañ ko dóor nañ ko def lu ko nekka lii moo taxoon lii la solo sandal liit mooy di electoral reform ne diaspora bi day war a am voting right day war a am term limit loolu bokkoon na lu Gambie doon xeex pare moom bokkoon na ñu ko jiite ak moom ak solo sandal ak ñeneen tey moom moo war a taxaw di ma si léegi député yi ne lii dafa war a jàlla wax ak collègue am ne nañ jàlla ba ko lii laa xeexoon ba tey man ñu dóor ma si prison ñu convict ko for over 3 or 2 years.
ok
so kon tey moom su boobaa moo war na lii wala tey moom electoral reform la gars yi dañu ko génne cross bi la gars yi génne xam nga loolu ay si electoral reform la gars yi la war a foo démba loolu la gars yi génne dañ génne diaspora bi and ñoom electoral reform bi la gars yi doon xeex so mun loo xeex dara démba tey nga ñëw nga nangu ko lu nekk dëkk la ñu ban dëkk la ban Gambie la bul xool ne tey UDP de diaspora voting bi nekkul only UDP rek la MPP am nañ structures France am nañ Amérique am nañ fu nekk te ñoom tey dañ war a vote
Do they have or they claim to have?
no
they have
diaspora foreign naka secretary mooy mën a xaw ma naka
mais man si seen daabo
ba daabo moom si boobu sax dafa war a taxaw bu xel yi ne dafa war a jaala bu ko diaspora si biir even benn Gambien dafa disa pour mu vote fu Guinée Bissau Sénégal Afrique countries yëpp léegi sa doom ñëw ñu vote
bàyyil ma Guinée Bissau bi nga référence Guinée
Bissau ñu amee gars ay uniforme ñu amee gars ay uniforme yi soldat ñu amee gars ay daara ñu amee gars ay moto pour indépendant te ñu ba ñuy tey ñu sa doom ñuy vote yow muy abal gars ay moto ñu def indépendant
ok thank you so much
nekk la nga war a si njaago
Bissau bi laa bëgg nga bàyyi
la si njaago
njaago Bissau bi laa bëgg nga bàyyi
ableje abra bebe na banko la luwale ko na député bum na carte o fay ñamel na carte o fay président Adama Barrow ñal président Adama Barrow la ministre bilo sama député bum ko o matinande ka foko wala ñanta tambila diya ko ya dibitol men yalon ko mole carte o fay wolle ñanto kala bar ñi go man bi gol ka fo men ne ko ibu ka sulo seletoje faabe jika wato iko golo sula lo felente say mol be biam kam men bela an yanda kala num kabri ma hani insafo ma hani separate idun tadami vice president la ni tala falen rol ke appoint kabri jele dibitewol nyanta nyapila wal kan
Talibo, who's your current coach and tutor? Talibo, who's your current coach?
Avay mon coach no.
Ndem politician ul.
Ino politician nga what d'accord le.
Ndo ko faran ko rosile.
Nga what d'accord. Yalo last week sita jam kale ko nga fo kay Talibo is an experienced politician.
Yes.
But if be ma for experience coach nko jumale mi la current coach ti. But coach follow. Wo I'm glad na yewo fayale. Ñing coach koto naka koto coach koto yewo faya coach koto.
Go ahead, Talibo.
Yalo ko hanamadum. Hani do tano do ni tan jankaro dunda nyame. Abi balo ko nyame abi la bo nyale. MC be GDC le coalition be parta la waro me. Ini jamme be nyola. Amala coalition ka woro. Abi la do la ka fote. Ok, député ñin dara député bunkono ñim be ñim falendirol mu mo be tardement mu mo be ana toto mu mo be abe floto kunun awaytanan bi na keta demina yite na jelo kol keta jang député bol majorité le ti jang yo majorité ñaaje ñin don keta yalla majorité la ok wo do fana natal ko men bije majorité ya ke a ñama tarnum de fata jang e sapi constitution ni
for example ni coalition ya ke wrong do you think NPP fana nyanda ke la wrong
for NPP la ke wrong
atole a vote
ñaadi
alla député le a vote
NPP da mate
alla
de don na fana ndara le ila te kan
atole siana ko le fay alla mo le siana
yo so say yalo ne julo dum mola julu jolati fay mo fana moy iko julu jolati
so mbe de
ibe majority yala wato me ku do ke yaade ko muy na rakleti yera politico ta yes fanse men to yala fo am rende fana mu tolorti ni defana na rende sila defana defana landi
that is wrong 2016 ta if that happen wo arontale say for is it that atol fana nyande wala repeat la
delta is correct diaspora la voting
muna na ita diaspora ma nyanda vote
okay ay ku jamale gilinka folo foye alo mo jolle be jema fauna banko ibe mo le sambala ibe tala wol blato do ko la carte fay lo ku nafo be mo nafo lo lati yawle san so ni yo be ka fu nyoma yo jibe kabrin 1965 fo diaspora ka carte fay
wala na lafta
ka carte fay fo mo ne ka fo banko mo kata nyaat am da ka nyaato le
but it don't na rights that rights all
but then when I aketa amanke that this enfranchisement cannot continue to exist. We have to put a stop to that.
Okay, sai ndeka mbemfo wala mnyindi ko momo ni la mbira nyalam ila man sakunda ko ni la mbira nyalam ni ngin fana nata ni la mbira nyaal dole be nala me yalam ko ati diala banku diw dole mote nala ñim banku kanya ñim banku mara mo be afay excellent mote sudla jawara ni silfu di balé ñim banku kele inata yata I sita I janjanta ila ideal janjanta indo ya mira tele right indo ya mira tele right sirfuni ba tata ten ya wara tata ten ya jambe ni sar saba non le nata ini hamole nata ni banko kan I janjanta do tata ten dabo ni president arambaro non le nata nyola ila birol farata sai handina birol farata ko te mamudo la wonya la nga kepo wonya.
So you are okay with it?
I'm okay with it.
Okay. Nene, go ahead.
Do you expect him to differ?
No, actually.
Like, seriously?
Yes.
In my far from by words, you are telling us water is wet. Anyway, the thing is, it's very, very sad, right? One thing I want to agree with Taibo is to say, this thing, it's a genesis. It did not start today, right? We all know where it started. And if, in hindsight, if we had foresight and we were visionary, these were things your hand should have been one of the paramount issues that we were on to sort out since the new dispensation in court. Understand? But then it was not their priority. New shelf ko. But now there is clear division. You wanna fight such. Fu hajat lo am. Pour buga xeex loo xam ne ñeneen ñoo ko moom ku ci nekk dangaa bëgg a jël the credit ku ci nekk bëgg nga mu féetoo sa côté pour at the end of the day su achievement amee yow nga claim ko nga moom loolu moo tax fu mu nekk nii juboo munta am waaye one thing lañ war a understand mooy ne comme because maa ngi make a sarcastic comment here ne do they really have, like when MC said the NPP, do they really have diaspora chapters or they claim to have? Because now if you want to bang on, they have diaspora chapters, you know, who are resident in the diaspora, who they could fini, and they're staunch supporters. I'm sure that each one of them send wish my name, cast their vote for who they love and feel a part of that change at whatever time. Why now, with this law not being passed, which means you are telling us, give us your money, fight for us on social media, shout all you want, but then the most important thing, that is to exercise your constitutional right, that is to vote, we are not giving you that. Yes, we know you love us. Yes, you know you're supporting us, but the support can be on any other thing, but not on that one. Is that what you're telling them? If I was the one supporting you and I live in the diaspora, I will cease to support you from that day. Because, I mean, why am I a supporter of you? Why am I a sympathizer of you? Because denying my right, bohamne, yo joholomoko, why yang nangu chiman, right? Understand? So now, this other thing MC was talking about, the likes of the Fatmata Jawaras or whatever. I sit here and think, okay, did they ever even believed from the onset what they were fighting for, or what they seem to have been fighting for? Later, new torture len, later new teach len, later they had to serve time away from their family. Did they ever even believed it? Man, I'm not talking about since every time Manelen, Sunne Public Order Act, Manelen, you know what? We are just crying over spilled water. The law is there, it's a law. We cannot cry when the law is being applied, wrongly or rightly. The advocacy and the fight should be to take away that law. Because as somebody who advocates for the rule of law and adherence of that, I cannot say the law is there, let's disregard the law because it doesn't favor this, it doesn't favor this. Lol lay warona here, New Guinea. So manama feel sometimes they miss the points. And lol lagis ni. Yes, the diaspora, the panika sector bohamne, they're very, very important. Lolo ken lam lameo. Nyom mi vote against sister, acknowledge ne diaspora they important. Diaspora we nyom neka di control a lot sidika bifini. You understand? And lolo, it's even before 2016. The panika in 2016 laluneka face because there was a need for lolo mo face. Why it has been before 2016, since time memorial. Why legi solen acknowledge ne yena important, yena tahman maneka. Why tay dem nga feel ne sampunga nga ne okay yan important no len soxlu ma len waaye dem na ñëw na yëpp man dama ne dooma yaakaar nga yëpp ma diaspora bi ak seen doole ak seen xam-xam ak seen mahama. Now the issue here is to re-strategize and see how to tackle this issue. It is possible not to just sit and just talk. Wax bi du ko sootal. It has to be beyond wax. You understand that? It has to be bigger than just wax bi. Why doing no pay? Why there are other things your hand can be done, understand that, to make sure it's a little bit too late almost. Why there's still time. You know, we're at the first quarter of 2025. Elections is at the end of 2026. A lot can be done to make sure that this is there. Already we've secured...
What can they do right now?
We've already secured a Supreme Court, judgment
yes.
in regards to that, which it's huge. You know what I mean? Now, Gambia is a developing country. We rely heavily on aids and grants and support of the international community. Now, we all know this international community. They are a fan of what? Term limit. They are a fan of inclusion. You understand? They don't like to disenfranchise. Let's capitalize on those things. You understand? Like we did in 2016. Us alone did not do it. We had the support of the international community. Ñoo xamne ñoo amé boti bena boti Gambia bi.
Yeah.
That's the fact. So we have to also tap into all those things and make sure they understand our plight and not allow this disenfranchisement to continue forever. Since bekay lolu dafa am stop. So lolu motax mané there are other things that we can do lu uté ak just wax bi mo we cannot stop wax because wax bi dafa add pressure, wax bi dafa put a lot of lack of a better word. I
don't know what to do.
No, I mean, we need that pressure, you understand, for you make sure guy understand. And one thing, the Constitution, right? When you gauge from Batambedu, when Batambedu stands on that National Assembly, anything that he presents, he tables, it's something that he believes in, and he defends it. You will see it, whether it passes or not, but you will see that the man will leave satisfied, I have done my best. The difference here now with Dauda, we've seen Constitution be, right, being co-present. And okay, at the end we're like, well, you know, the power is in you guys, it's up to you guys to vote it or not vote. I was like, are you serious? Now, first of all, we come to this, you know, for you to sit there, yo yako present, but to go and make this excuse of, even if it passes, amut ben jering sa. So you might as well not pass it. Yeah. Not like
yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? What's the point? Even if you pass it, I think, you know what, guys? Let's even cut the debate. It's not necessary. Even if you pass it, it's no point. Diaspora is not going to vote because IEC cannot. Who says that? That's not true. A judgment has been secured. Gis nga ba pare man xam nga fan la jëlé nami yépp ñi vote for ñi vote against yépp ma jël leen bondul leen def leen ci benn paquet. We know ne 2016 election mu ngi am. We know ne the issue of diaspora voting is an issue. Bi ñoo def budget bi, did they even talk about it? Did they fight to factor it there?
It was not debated, sir.
Thank you. So, how can you know by this time, now how are you going to even walk around that? That's another issue, it might not even, you might not even...
No, he's there.
No, hey, Jiba la propaganda kana follow that. But I'm disappointed in Jiba. You understand? With everything you call yourself to be, you see, the cameras are there. The cameras are there.
So vote.
Was inside the parliament.
No.
He was inside.
In the parliament. But sitting voting the Kalawatomi.
You could see Yaya got up from his seat and went talking to Jiba. They were having a back and forth for some time, for some minutes. So how can you not even notice that person? You know what I mean? I don't know why Jiba said that Yaya did not vote. The cameras are there.
MCO, Layamende, Baby Kabudu Kilonakon, Jibanat.
Okay,
okay, right now, telling MCB Kabudu Kirin. But earlier on, when I cited him, I guess.
What time I want to kabudu killing.
No. What time tenate be kabudu killing.
Yeah.
Sign them move ta ngata MC la
kabudu move de.
Okay.
Politiko kabudu.
Jara kabudu wala.
Mole ma ati yalo ntengalo.
Sign tenanga wo fe which means ntenga na kabudu disappointle ngete fasa. You understand?
Okay,
political come. So conclude.
So I think really that we can do all our politics, but all of them when line fanga jarut jihad. Understand? The cameras are there. It has captured everything. People have watched it, right? Disagree with Yaya all you want, right? Disagree with Yaya all you want, but you cannot go that low. You understand? To bring the guy down and say you did not even vote. That was a very, very important vote. You acknowledge you voted again. And again, I feel it's very, very misleading to rely on constitutional sections, really does not suffice. It doesn't. Man, dama feel na diaspora bi war nañu mëna vote, okay? When we talk about xaalis amul, man dama feel ne xaalis am na. When su baro jógee mu ne you know what dama leen soppa torop diaspora bi parce que yéen ngeen a tax man ma doon li ma doon dama daan eewu suba the first thing duma xool kenn duma déglu Alifa duma déglu OJ duma déglu Hamad Ba dama ne ana suma téléphone bi jox leen ma diaspora yi mu ne foo I trusted them, you understand? Still continue to trust them, and if you still continue to trust them, then you should be able to give them, make sure their rights are not violated, right? Now Halis bobu nono baro lijante ko ninde lijante yeneni with your close friends or whatever lijante ko to make sure the money is available for them to be able to vote. That's one. Now this issue of constituency. I'm the queen. I'm the queen here. I am the queen here. This thing of constituency also is another debate. The minister raised it, and some other people also raised it. The Jiba guy also raised it, right? The spokesperson of the No to Alliance.
Yes.
Bojang Nyo.
Yes.
But balanga nika sa diaspora bi Gambia nga dika, right? Bo nekkee si Gambia bi ida yangi Latrikunda o yangi Sukuta yangi Sandu yangi Kiyang yangi Badibu am na foo jógee.
That's right.
Right? Te loolu ñu ko oyee constituency ñu ko oyee ward. So if you're being registered, you don't have to demarcate no diaspora. That will be difficult because ñun ñëpp xam nañ ne suñ foreign service bi they don't have data. They have nothing, understand, for that to work as of now, unless they start working on it now. So the simplest you can do, go and register everybody, constituency boom joge, and when they vote on those constituencies. Unless they want to switch their voting card, because lolo munga switch. Munga de kafi nga move, nga dem ne okay, de card to fele duma fa mëna voter fi la mëna. All those things can happen. Hana ñi duñ dé xalaat fo ito la sondomo.
Diaspora la vote nabinala mais élection pousse la 2028
du waxi Sadibou lii du waxi Talibou lii maa la ko wax billahi di nga ko déggaat feneen lii lu nekk di kurum la so lii la ñoo tax if you want the diaspora to vote
ni munde la kumore
amanke ila kumore billahi amanke ila kumore
Mr. Boya, welcome.
Lii dina ñëwaat billahi ñi manke Talibou la kumore
ndekki jëm farala fa
data ko yitel bi ñi membe fo ka jam fo nga data ñi data ñi ngo jibe fo nga bu na
ko sañi sene ki jam say sañi sene ki jam ko dal mo
xoolal da groupe
ni wol fa ma ke lu
Buba
nga dem si Bojang
the group that took these people to court they did not only go to court, they did their homework, they did their feasibility studies, they did their analysis, they came with a document that Sunko use on, understand that this thing amul ben wax bu bari. It's there, and the support and the nakalinko
it's there, but the analysis
the will of
money is not there.
The money is there.
Atiye, ye pa no so ko tebul.
Kodo bi jele.
No Talibou.
No,
wa mi rek. Pour ne la bo comme si mbiri National Assembly members si affaire ne budget dañ ko discuss pour cette diaspora voting. Lolu nek responsabilité National Assembly members pour isi budget pour diaspora voting. The IEC ne am budget for elections. IEC ñoo war include that budget pour ruling amna. Ne ñoom won leen gaay ne ruling amna the diaspora war vote. So IEC ñoo war present budget pour election 2026. Bolé si diaspora sen voting. When you go to constituency bi solo wulo pour nga register gars yi ci Serekunda West of fii ak fii AIC ñooy xoolal seen constituency yi ñu expand ko Gambia constitution di Gambia bi nekkul 58 de time bi yaay ji ma 48 la woon understand nga ñii dañ ko yokk léegi
even right now so ñu ngi wane gars dañoo yokkaat
comme note la
déedéet right now so ñu ngi yokkaat ñu ngi démarqué mooy ñu ngi yokkaat
even Sale mentoring is
even for you, I think it used to be east and west.
Serekunda west la woon ak east moo amoon ili ñu son constituency amutoon suñu area mu ngi vote on the west doon vote mu ngi west la doon vote Ibrahima on the west la nekkoon so konté loolu yomba wan dee liggéey la externe diaspora bi
nekkul loolu liggéey bi ba pare
it's not
liggéey bi mu ngi fa
am na ñu taalibo mu ngi woon ne taalibo mu ngi woon ne 2017 National Assembly 2017 reforms yi foo la woon na am tey soo xoolee 2017 loolu sooy bëree da ngaa bëri man lu nangu naa ne coalition government bi lu tax gars yi soo xoolee seen manifesto bi bu gars yi jaay Gambien si diaspora vote nga fa nekk loolu nga campagne manifesto bu gars yi jaay Gambien si all the reforms yi gars yi wax electoral reforms yi gars yi wax ni yëpp da si bokka so tey 2017 moo ne tey wax naa ko Omar Cissé Omar ma ne ko Omar lu tax yéen mu ne ma non dañu góomloo woon ne draft constitution mu ñu ici foofu la diaspora vote nekk moo tax début duñ ko woon si ñun suñu time ma ne ko yéen lii si yéen la war a door ma ne ko leen gox ne si draft constitution bi la mu nekk mu ne bu ñu ñëwee si draft constitution ñu taxaw pour gis ne draft constitution ñu jaaral
okay all right thank you so much
suñu indi woon naam si niñ dee dogee budget bi ñu yokk ñu dog waroon nañoo wane hey budget bi ngeen indi gisuñ si lii demaat leen ngeen defaraat National
please go yes
fii bu ñu leen fi mégal excuse dañu fail
17 wo 18 wo 19 wo 2020 wo
ala bojambula ita sa
Yes, thank you. And sorry for the late coming, but I'll take just a minute to say why. Land problem is an issue in this country, and
That's
it's
what we are
becoming
about to discuss.
unbecoming.
that's what we are about to discuss
So I got late because I went to NEA to get the letter regarding the Rema Foods, and we can happily say Rema Foods has not followed the procedures that are set by our laws. They are not respecting them, and that is why I got late because I had some engagement at NEA. And
you mean the land that they got in Kamfenda?
There, with the land they got in Kamfenda, before they do anything, there should be environmental impact assessment, which the VDC came and claimed they got. But NEA has come to clarify that that is not there. And then a lot of other things I believe you will see in our subsequent discussions, maybe some other time. But then we have to be careful, especially the VDCs. We have to put people that know what they are doing.
But I saw ministers there. If they,
Yes,
they
so you see, this is the problem. Why must ministers go help violate the supreme law of the Gambia?
So,
but I'm happy the president did not go.
Yeah, the NEA has confirmed that.
I will give you, that's why I got late, I'll give you the letter. And I know most likely we'll have a subsequent discussion regarding, and everything will do whatever. So if ministers are going promoting violation of law, they have to question themselves.
Yeah.
They are not respecting our laws and so on. Now,
they don't only promote somebody else violating law, they themselves
violate. That's their
so somebody is violating.
So,
you don't have
we will have a special program
for that.
So yeah.
You know, so I think Rema Food should get to base and see what to do.
Yes,
you can.
I will call them. I'll call the VDC. I'll call them.
Now, coming to the crux of the matter, you see, naxate bi ñu jàngut nga mun a nax nekkuma di tuuti loolu ñi nga xam ne jànguñ déedéet waaye su dul jàng sax ku am xel doo ko mun a nax connect the dots. What is citizenship? La mooy citizenship mooy belonging, protection, guarantee ne yow fi nga bokka te yow lii mooy sa loolu mooy citizenship. The difference between me, for example, and a Nigerian is he's in the Gambia, I am in the Gambia. He has a house, I have a house. He breeds, I breed. We all go to the same market. But the difference is I have special rights that are guaranteed by my constitution, and I have right to participate and to be protected. So, Lolu, it doesn't require you to be in Nigeria for you to be protected if you're a citizen of Nigeria. It doesn't require you to actually be in the four corners of, let's say, the Gambia and so. No. All the excuses. Oh, you know, it's going to be difficult. Oh, the constitution said, okay, 48 this thing and all that. You see, let me tell you. The constitution is the will and aspirations of the people. As simple as that. Today we can decide that, okay, we don't want this, we want that to be there. Nothing is wrong with that. And it's possible because there is a competent parliament already. Our institutions are competent. We have agencies, the government departments. If this is the will of the government of the day, believe it or not, mountains will move, but it will happen. So all this, felt like it's not true. Just whatever. But we know. We know. No. But we need that. In fact, you are kind of betraying the Constitution. The Constitution guarantees the right of citizenship. If you say, okay, he's a Gambian, but a Gambian who cannot vote, who cannot decide how his country and its future and its current state should be, that is not a Gambian. You are disenfranchising that Gambian. It's just like you being a dog and have no tooth, toothless bulldog. That's what you are rendering, reducing our people to. Okay, you can be Gambian by name, but it's like you cannot participate. You cannot vote, you cannot decide. That is just like a rubber stamp parliament. They are stooges. So this is the situation. That's what they have rendered our people. And I will make reference to it. The Gambian diaspora did a great job, and they love their country. They are very patriotic. Yes, they have made extensive research. And this is not by me, Gambian diaspora, Tom, Dick, and Harry. No, these are professors. People that are highly exposed and learned.
Consultants. For
international organizations, they made a paper, research. They willingly did all the expenses new Asiko Ngombi. Now this is our find, this is our research, these are the strategies. If you want to do this, this is how you can do it. And it may not even cost you any much money. Now, why is the minister not citing that, in fact, there is research about this? Why is he not at least giving them credit?
Yeah.
All what these people are doing. You want to say, okay, now you can do all this, but you cannot decide or you cannot partake in decision making as far as our country is concerned. Then, law, constitution. Anyone can use it as a technical whatever, just to back your end of the story. But the reality being alone membiji.
All right.
Ni banko dingolti nyanda ka soto ka banko la ko ka participate banko la koto. Luwa e wo symbole dile la. Momo tata iko ka technicality you use ka ko okay constituency ni luwa ni fo ani luwa ni fo. Wo luwa ni mo la dada an wo luwa ni se bukanole kudo e dada as a falin nole. Ning atra ite yo minister and we lafte la banko dingol la banko di ya sembento ya comme luwa sembento nyan. Why didn't you advise the president and other people that are relevant? Kafoko, okay, this could be a hurdle, legally or technically. So let's get it out. Because, Gambia 48 yes, we had to move. Talibola dulato, demarcation of Ketala, if only demarcation of Ketala Kote. Durado fana incriminal Ketale. Yes. So, Nimbe se kenole. But, Atada Anata, Mbe diaspora called Danila. Gambian Dinkende Balle. It will let President Barrow found que President Barrow. It can contribute. It's huge. Wole in Banco Samba. Woto. Ndolbali e janne de mbe diam lale. Ma fale ko do kintole ndol man sula wala. Paratul fanale mel soto jang. Al diam ye President Barrow kay.
Jumale yo fo MC ni nka fo man lafta ko do aka fo do man lafta ko do.
Nde konte.
Buba ni nka fo man lafta ko do.
Ale ko do ki ñine bala ko do ba ko la jang.
Ani de do ko do ki ñede.
Ñini
donc ko
President Adama Barrow diaspora ke bi santi jang. Ay ke ko daw ti jang. Ay ko be ke jang. Ata mo be ke no la wona.
You see,
They said MC. I'm not in a solo. MC there solo.
What are they? No,
You understand?
You know, Aldiam Alamoli back home.
Remember chase diaspora member chase kang ale te kang alta te ka fo alma ke do le dam ko rek. Ya yemule kan.
That's what I'm later like.
UDP diaspora. UDP diaspora.
So we can get this country to a better station. We can. But fonga nyoya ya fonga diam nyoye. Alkana relent. ndol be diam lale anin dol talibo fana be diam lale whether for or against but at all you have direct influence bala no mo la diaspora amal jite bota janne afoko alla nyim bisono man ko rek
ngo
ari ani matu nga foyle matu nga ñoo fenke kan ba ñoo kaw nga ñakan même bi je wolem amanje comme MCM fo amanje ko mol ko diaspora be vote men kala it will be against NPP. No, that's what we are saying. Go. B.
Yola wulindi jam betere jabi kaw. Yola wulindi jam.
Matu because in all nyanto dilena they have a right.
Das di jema banda farang
o ci lo hoti sam bobé de
wa sa même fu ko wala
political ya ngay has MPC lire
bi
wala sobatati
yen li ngom lawon ya jëm
MPP
ni sistir nga gom lawon
ngo ngani ko be ya jëm support dane du kara
ya sistir ngom lawon jamme
ma ne kon diaspora support NPP duma len supportar what why would you tell me I cannot vote
diaspora nte la men be diaspora nte la MPP diaspora wol sobatale
kon ñoy dañ wara sétat sen bopa
ñaadi wol ya ne membe kéré
because you balle be carte o fay tonya yes
Let me explain. It's simple. Loi
simple
abe mo bele parce que santé de commande la bay de kan jàng loi be mo bele bi itenene mansi la sibo kono ya me ko ntene dindindo Abdoulaye Bojang be silan kacha panelo nena ma mire bi ntolle bi jang nda fola ko me bayri ntol men be jang ni so kono Gambia woto ntol men diata bo le kala hani melial wol fanan sungol be bota janne we will not give them any regard amam betia because sama
regard bi jele ntella
because sama malong
diaspora ke ministre janne
okay
commandant ti jang place o jile janne
ila moy do sanitary
sama malong for iteninte bebe tara diaspora
tu malen diaspora ministre
wona ko fede
sama malong MC ko wala explain
diaspora advisor that was
B bago se bono janne I exile let's say in the US I love it can't fight but because loi bi yeka
diaspora ni na dibitol ye decision men ki jam mais sonna wala
Abu Anda.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
That's the rubber stamp of blind support. Because you're not supporting based on issues.
Yes.
You're not supporting based on policies.
Woman di ni la furundi ndani di nyalam. Wala.
Luy lolu translate alma.
Ku nek ak no del la ke sa jën.
Yeen seen jën yi dafa no géej la. Jarul la ka weer la nit jarul la ka
Okay. Thank you so much. Ngal tendu kal je ba ke be duna of course na lunta ko nga fo nyawem programme o dati dula ngamin soro wolem Ousman Jammeh bota kombo Berending le na la kilo ba kan non kombo Berending kolu inin gunjuru kole ye kene ku problème o soro non komanto ande nyin kene ku problème o nata resolve mo kilin nata banje kabri dunta nyola non komanto mo kilim banta nunje kabring wo kelo keta non wo kolale mansa kunda nata dunje nata tax force londi wo dulato non tax force nyin lota kola e nata recommendation ol bondi bare akam dale ko nyil be press conference o kumandi le kota ke kabring a meta ñu ko metale abe loring science but na jele Berending follow press conference kumandi yela kamfa dalfo gunjur fanan last week itol fana yela press conference kumandile itol fana yela kamfa da koy mantra contanding mansa itol be don sate fulol be mansa kunda blame le koy mantra akkan kabring mansa kunda ko be bodal le bondila je bari image hani sa boda bondi dula Berending ko itol manta boda do accept la na manki all bodal bi alon ko lebe no je bon be min kala mbita Lamin Jammeh la moyla Lamin Jammeh ate bota gunjurle Lamin Jammeh bota gunjurle atelem chia pasenti kabi lolu millialon ko wolle nim Berending be nyola nyin kene ku problème oto Lamin Jammeh la side of the story mbole moyla ngana Ousman Jammeh la moy bi alon ko ate bota Berending sireni paretare we can listen to him.
E famara buluwa sanyang mi ya lonko atelo be nun sabatirin Berending atelo mo foloti min sabati ta je anen ala dimbayalo nyim famara buluwa sanyang atebota jotokule jotokube Casamance le Casamas abota na wole to kanasi Berending bari bira nata amansi Berending follow ala sidula follow woketa katon net biring asita katon abe siri wole to bari anin katon kolu man na ben katun ay beyangol min soto e ka katon kol la fengol le tinya wol nata forcé pour ay funti ay boyla sa teto biring abe wokono amudan no le fananti alo danna ya kono anin kewo nata bengi ka fo mi njam Musa Bojang wom jamme kundan kolet ani wala bengo kono katela demol la nata kenoje ka tandi wala ko alla fita wodula le nay wo soto wobe bete ala le pour anala dimbaya se sije anin ala beyangol fanan wonata tandi ala ko sobe alla fita dula min na ya nyalo dula min kan wo mu dabo kundan kolle tati bari dabo kunda nin jamme kunda mu sene wolleti edi telle be nyo bale tello mbakelim fakelim wolti wo kan jam Musa nata futela dabo kundan kolla keba kan kaytandala ko nyinne be kendingo buluwa la fita dulale la ila keno nyin kono yo keba nyin fanam butun amanna woke kuti bawo jam Musa nan baadi ngoleti anata ka dula nyin kuntu kadiya la pura e sabati je nyin buluwa anala dimbaya wato adim fulolu wolu musanaleti sana sanyang ani nyaka sanyang ani wolle bota nan jotoko inata si kato bota kato inata sai bebe ye dula kuto mindi la wolo keta berendinti yo sanyi nimbota woto sinaji be o nyim berendim fango minom berendinti ne berendim moy yalon ko wo mandinka kangolet wolo mu bere mesengot bara fota o munne kammala wala wolo mu ko dulala jaa ni tatela wulol kono pour kat senol keje aninti ya sol nin ko do dula jata nyame ya tola Berending ika fole Berending o to nka tanna Berending o le to so wo Berending o to wole to nata nyim Berending sabu nyang nyim famara bulwa nala dimbayali bo wole to e be sabatiri wole to fo atebota je adingo nata nyota minketa nyaka city wo bota je mi sana birin sana bota je nyaka sinata wonoma foka na bila nyinnom Berending na history so sa nyin nimbota wolan sinamune to koteke wolom nyinti mune fitino sabu Berending ningu njuru tema silang fitino la sabu asunta Berending ningu njuru tema follow sunta jamme kundalella inin jamme kundan kolle tata kitiola 1988 inin jamme kunda tata kitiola 1988 wato mimu sefoti gunjur ika fole lamin Dabo Lamin Suleiman Dabo atelon kombo saurla sefoti ye kitio sotole a 1988 wo kitio nying gunjur jamme kundale ya win biring ya win nyim Berending kolu mang song wok winola i tata ye kes nying appeal kes nyin tata group tribunal ni ko group tribunal olon sefu sabakitiot biri bota wo sefu sabakitiola jamme kundaye wo fana win hanisang imang sabari itata Supreme Court because woto High Court man soto follow anin Court of Appeal Supreme Court le molkata woleto itata Supreme Court wol fana yaje ko group tribunal la decision no anin district tribunal la decision no wol fanan ko ye wole ta wala mukuti min sahayata yo imanda woto inata ka case nying appeal birikama fanan kote ke birikama High Court woto court High Court nyil nata soto nang High Court fanan yatandi ko nying kiti bundol ye mimfo itelison tawalla nyimbe evidence be mbulo konole yo nabota wala fanan inata say inyapita Dabo kunda fana la keno kan inata ye Dabo kunda la keno ma dame ya lonko amanke tati bire Dabo kunda la keno ma mo follow mi ye sambakiti yola Dabo kunda la keno to wole keta baji ki Dabo ti adun a telefona mu alikalo ti wato ada telefona mu Dabo kunda su wala ke bat wo keta 2017 woye sambakitiyola birin aye sambakitiyola kiti bungo nata kitiyo nyimbai bar kiitiyo bayo wo manke ko itelimi ya lonko ye telle samba kiitiyo la ye tati ya di telle le man tati ya di la ni kiitiyo bay doron a munta ko kiitiyo bota kiiti bungo kono le a bara wo ma tinna ko ya di mola le biring abota wola bari wo fanan keta keno kon dula minti wole keta seku sututi nyin seku sutu nyin wo mu dula rinnati dabo kundala kenolu kono nabota seku sutula ye haram sotole ye yorof soto minni ya lonko wolle warata yo 2018 min keta power of attorney wolo mu nyinti ko dabo kundankolu siitale inata sembo di mo kilin na ka fo mi lamin dabo bantang inata sembo di ala fo atesita nole ase kuo ku kenole any transaction aka se keno wulo kono atesa kenole kalo yefanan atelo mu idati wato so atefana nata kitio kosi kama mi alonko ayasamba high court le local tribunal ayasambol to district tribunal ay kitindi wala to wato lam hansan lamin dabo sefo atelebe sefo yala je biring ayasamba woto anate win katandi ko dabo kundale tamwila kenot biring aye win amanda woto atata ay kaytol dada kata sheriff division of the Gambia sheriff division atata wolle possession o diala ni ko possession o wolo mu sañi tatiya komin sañi dula min kafo wolo mi tati aye wo possession o diala wo possession o dirin kola anata fanan anata kayti dol fanan apply min fewo fe ya lonko asela tati ya sembo warandi ay nyin kaytol mume sotole so wole kete nin dabo kunda temot ni bota dabo kundala iman dang dabo kundala fanan inata katanya pi manjang kunda fanan kan inyapita manjang kunda kan itata ye tarado ko lela dulato inyapite kan yela motol singol so yela cycle singol so yela motol werol tay kuma noje miye nyinke wolom buba dramet nimba koyindi la nsa koyindi amanche ko berendin bele kanaka nyapi mole kan groupe lebe berending mi ya lonko boba drame atelo mi la kunton koti atele na la groupe ka wuli ka nyim chaos beke berendin ni ngunjuru tema biriye manjang kunda fanala o may manda woto itata nyapi jata kunda fanankan e dunia jube berending inin jamme kunda anin dabo kunde ni wolle nanet ni la karadoje tilijiola wo be mu jamme kundalte ila tilibo karola wo mu memu dabo kundalete dabo kundani manjang kundale naneta tilibo la karola manjang kundani jata kundale naneta tilibo karola mune ba sabula berendimbe bola inin jamme kunda ebe nane salanna inin dabo kunda tema yena boy manjang kunda kan fo ye tambinan kana boy jata kunda mi alonko inin sifole naneta yalo wokeno fanuta la jamfatale nyimbe mu boy kankol timi alonko berendim fonding kelu buba drambe be minne nyaton kayala wolle ka nyinke biri nyimmu me keta mbijero on 2021 ntata na wulo kono do kuwala inata ntaraje wo fitino kono je ning fitino min ketan ni tema je nyimbuba drame anata la keskidota ay namobung bar biring aya bung amam fawoto inata ya chika ya sambal loptanoto biri ya sambaje nata leta ka reporting nyako afatale mi ya lonko wala kita buba jammet atelo mu ala family la brain winati at that time inata ya fa tilimbali yakono so wokan man sakunda nata foko ibe tax force londila pour ka ko nyin kiskis ka jube yo wo kiskisiro kono tax force natela do ko ke foya bandi nata nyin kibaro soto Ministry of Lands ko man sakunda la kaito nyin sign president o kaito sign 2021 kaje ko tax force la do ko nyin ye minke sai lafta ya implement so ye kaito murundi nan man sakunda ka wolo Ministry of Lands ka bo woto kana fo bi mbe engage kanne on daily basis wato wati nkate yale baninta teya mostly ka min fonye wolom nyinti ko kodole man soto e Ministry of Finance safele pour kodo nyi miya lon ko sinade make sono ke berendin gunjur tema gunjur Berending Jammeh kunda aninda bo kunda tema bari manjang kunda anin jata kunda ko bawo Berending nene ni wol man taki tiola inana ni man taki tiola hani kiti bunkilin kono woto wokan is a group tribunal law woli fanaye inata tandi West Coast region la fenko la governor la ko ay group tribunal o londi pour ka nyin kitios ke manjang kunda jata kunda anin Berending tema wo kitio abe kanne amam bang bar mine matina amam bang folo man fellong so mbe la fila nyinna governor of West Coast region ay futa nyin tax fenkela group tribunal la mino muila dalilo ti kitio mambang mune ye muta lafita ka wolong mbe West Coast region la governor ya marla ase makoy woto ni wo botaje mbe mansa kunda fana ya marla ka tandila ko kuo metale edun kuo ku na meta soma mimbi na funtila je mobuka long iko ye tax force la recommendation no ye min fonye wolom nyinti ko mo kata nye wulo kono ida itele tamu jeti o itante mo kata je mobe fata je la ye embago le laje bar nying embago kono ntelinga jele ko Berending ko ka dula wafule ibe dula wa kuntula ibe yirol kuntula je ibe awafula molia ibe gadinol kala je be fengo be kala je luwa ko ntelimin tamu ntelbe sabatiring man tara luwa tinya ka malluwa ke mbulo kono mbukata je nyin siyata sanji nani ti silang ku kilingo be keke wo nyama teti mbe mansa kunda danila ka tandila ko mfasitale mfanan kabo janto mantala ku kela no koteke na wulo molimi ya lon ko kon telle tamu nteluman sembo keje wolke sembo laje woto ndel fanan ba jela ko nte sonna wala koteke mfanan bitala na wulo konole nim fe wo fen ketanje wo mi tele la problème ot bawo loi la tandi kon talom mansa kunda fa wo tax force lo wo tax force fa nata tandi kon telle tamu bari komi ko nkataje pour fitino kamala nimbe sabatiri mantaje hanwe be deri minni tante woli ba kan woto sa telefona mbaje la ko na fengo ntalom loi wala tandi nyinno mu kuti ngali kumande minna pour ka sa talier.
All right, thank you so much. Ngaltendo wolem of course gunjurun kolti ila press conference me alon koy wole kumande no itola wala fo Ousman yala moyle ako kiti ole min wi na sia bada ko kabre 1980 be kiti olu win kanne alkan fo kabring al nata kele in 2021 ni manyina wole fo kabre al kelo keta mo nata banje kabri mo nata tax masa kunda tax force londi tax force ni loring kola recommendational findita bari embargo la wulo nyin kono le ko mo kana je ma bari atol be je wafi kanne mune metela side of the story.
Okay, thank you very much. Comme ngafono Jammeh alia mbina ku do la fala kan wolom ko I am very happy that mil bebe siri njang I can hear them all saying luwa la nyanta luwa e min fo wala nyanta kala we respect the rule of law, we respect the justice system. Yeah, I understand it. I'm very happy to hear that. Comme Gambia nyanta kala wala nyama pour tenku ngoy soto mo be se baluno comme as a citizen. First of all, nying ala diamo kono. I think there are very important points left me emphasize la. I find it's true. Berending in Gunjur mantara problem kono. It's not Berending and the whole of Gunjur. It's Berending and few kabilos. Ito lebe sirin thing. And these few kabilos, ibe fanante few individuals within those kabilos. Gunjur is far bigger than this. Even a single kabilo ni fintirena. They are almost as the size of Berending.
Itol Fananko is few people in Berending.
Thank you. And it's not few people.
Okay.
Berending is like a typical Jola community. We don't do kabilos. Alkalo letamu, the first settler coming for thing. Mfamara bulwa. Ate force nata. So it's like kenon tolbe mimi kono ate tamu. So momo min nata ika soto atelea. And mfanangalo nako sate mi kabilo fanan soto. Kabilo bebu kana nyola ko. Kilin nata. Wonong lena ayadila isatu. I knew story before he tells you about the story of how Berending came, the history of Berending. But you've never heard them mention Gunjur Nata Nyadile. which is going to be the base of this whole argument. Yeah, understand? Then in Benala court, I will come, I will have all my documents here, you will have them, you will see by yourself. Ako, in 1988, the court ni kumaseta, Jemekunda, when Lamin Dabo was the district chief. I can tell you this story whole, Lamin Dabo was, kabini akanake chieftaincy ya kabidi basa bakanyola. It was sort of an election. So Berending was very close to them. Yeah, understand? So it was two of them, Fandin Sulu and Lamin Dabo. They were the one contesting for the election. They are all building good quality. So they all came to Berending, each of them for a campaign, looking for people to vote for you. They all have separate friends in Berending. So nyintara afo ala friends ole pour ise mako inga karti sura la mulia. Wonong fan natake the same thing. So unfortunately, for Lamin, he did not have a lot of votes in Berending, but he ended up winning. I tell you, winter. But Aman now vote Jamal Soto Berending, so he was disappointed. I kilaria kinang, kaita ninto la pabilako. Ali ebane ka karte fine, baral bentar la jane. That was clear.
He threatened you.
Clear. I have fully clear. I message for Lekina, kaita nila ko ngaminfo, ali minfo nyalmake. Almang election of karte boendinye, butung albentar la jane tefana non safe vote. All of a sudden, Jemekunda claim a part of Berending. Iko ito letam. Ikitio samba atea. Kabri ikitio samba atea. I'm telling you typical history. Though it's oral, nta justify la, but that is exactly how they put it. And ni konyo kontela alpha yemin fonya manke to nyati. Or ni konyo konela ila alpha yemin fonya mfana ba fole ko to nyati. Okay. Because it's not written. Ikonyo ko kabring Jemekunda ko claim ta. They took the case to to Lamin, the same Lamin, who transited Berending. He called Berending Akoeko. Like today is Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, Alena and come and testify. But Nicole Kayako, well, we cannot come without going to Njatiol, our landlords, to inform them of this, and we will come with them. Itata to Carton, but Nicole Tata Carton Colia, Cataliko, Ali Blamin, the Nini Neketa, Kako, Ntoldena, no Nilumala. The one first seeing a
So Carton Leal Cindy, but Nilko to Leal Cindy.
Don't worry, I'll get to the story, don't worry. If for Carton Coco, we cannot come that day, is too prompt. Okay. Now, you understand? So, Kabring Itara, they send the message to Lumosita, Nicole Tarajaka, control the Jamla because Njatiel Mana, but Berending Tatale. Parikako, we will not talk because Ntol Jad Minto Finance in the Mana. Akoyako, he is not going to wait for them. He is going to make a judgment. And I judgment on Kewole Nyama. That is the first one I mean for them. Berending Balante Mansong. You understand? It will form a case samba to Brikama. Pour Chief Saboni ya analyze. At Lamin Dabo, he called the former chief of Brikama, that was 1988. He was Yankuba Bojang. Yankuba Bojang called information of the Yankuba Bojang. It was supposed to be 3 chiefs. Wala nyata sila ya kacha. And Gunjur la molbe sila tene Berending City ya sata ya George. Wo manke. Kabring gal fotatala. Ako kumo mi yate tarnanje. Afana ya lawole to. Adama meaning Berending fana word lot fana imela side of the story explain. So it's like all along Gunjur ko level story explain.
So to be clear, it wasn't 3.
It wasn't 3, it was 1. Instead of 3, 1 person.
When it was supposed to be
3, but only one side.
Exactly.
All right.
So that is how it went. So Kabra Boto, you know, the Amusiata, but Nicole still insists until Takela. Yeah, understand? They did everything possible, Kajako, you know, a fair judgment, because he communicated to them. Because he had a plan, he had an agenda to people of Berending. It was clear. So, let me come down to the history of Berending, which was very clear. Berending, the founder of Berending is Mfamala Bulwa, came from Jatok Kasamas, and had settled Takaton. Initially, according to Pabil Emifo, I sent Jama almost like 20 to 30 years, I became Katon. They could not specify it, but I made a Katone, Akata, Akana. So, Nana Naidoko Kakabian was sorely. So wobiangol abesterin daming aning katon ko senelal ibuka nyomoy ikay ko sain ite bari ibijane ila biangol siya kanne andong abi mul patandi kanne be minke lambe dulale itindele wulo kono kato wulo kono ita ay setu je fana inila biangol si taradi ikana mul patandi itata because what time the chief full respect le I don't know, the leaders, local leaders all then. They had to go to Gunjur. Then the local leader was Gunjur, not this early 1980 Lamin Dabala Jamano. They went to then leaders. They thought I inform Kaitan Lako, until Nalunta was the left Argentine and Ulo Lecono. I approval of dealer. It thought okay, Berending cold settled the Berending. Yeah, understand. Form Benjamin Minconoting is Berending. Kafana and Berending Mandika, yes, Carton called Mandicol Vigil. Carton typical lad, I be able Karoninkol, Jolal, Maninkol, Ibijale, typical. So that is out of the story. Now, this Nyimano Minka Diamante Lamin, he is not older than Lamin Dabo. Ika Jiki Dabo Mifoteng, he is not older than Jiki Dabo. In 2011, Lamin Dabo sued Berending to court. And listen to me very well. I Berending sued court Birkama.
In 2011?
2011. I Berending sued, the documents are here. I Berending sued court Birkama High Court. Ala claim on Muminti, Wolom Ko. At any Lamin Dabo, they are all Jiki Dabo, they are all the same family. Iko, 400 years ago, it told Mumu, Minketa Musa Daboti. Well, he is the founder of Gunjur. Well, nata Gunjur, well, nata Sabati Gunjur. Musa Dabo is the first founder of Gunjur, is the first settler of Gunjur, 400 years ago. So it only keno min kono, Berending keno min kono, mimbe Berending Gunjur tema. All this keno kami quotating. It will let them because they inherit Musale Guru, who is their great grandfather. Yeah, understanding that person we respect because we cannot tell them their history. They made it clear, and then their witnesses came to the court and testified. Iko Tonyalam. Musa Dabo was the founder of Gunjur. Gunjur Bay atele the first person. Atele cannot mean Berending steering cannot mean to it will let them. Cannot mean Berending Gunjur tema it will let them. That was the case they presented at the court. Now, at 2011, Birkama dismissed. They charged him $10,000.
The case was dismissed.
Dismissed, and he was charged $10,000.
Based on what?
He did not have evidence.
Evidence.
He could not produce evidence to.
It's normal procedures.
Yeah.
When they dismiss your case, you that bring it, they charge you costs.
They charge you cost.
Yeah.
Because there is no, he cannot present anything that was valid. In 2013, Alaboda, Jiki Dabo, Lamin Dabo, remember, he's a chief. Another chief, he's an elderly guy in Gunjur. Yeah, understand. He further transferred the case to Jiki Dabo. Jiki Dabo took that case to Banjul High Court. The same case. That it all farm imumu wole tamu bereniti olo Musa Daboti. Yeah, understand. And then workers those were fair trials. Bereni kol kanale ediamu, itole na ediamu. Bereni brought their witnesses, they brought their witnesses. Yeah, understand. Kabring anata, you know what happened? Lamin Dabo, I mean present as in the history of Berending. And in Jiki Dabo, I mean present at the history of Berending. And even this man, I mean present as the history of Berending. They are all different. Yes.
The narrations are not the same.
They are not. They are very different. Okay. Yeah, understand. Wulonying itamati nyaming. They explain it's different. They cannot produce any evidence. They were told to go and produce sketch plans. They could not produce those sketch plans. Jiki Dabo, there is one boy at Birkama Physical Planning. Fase Kujane is still there as a physical planner. He was the one who created that plan. The plan had no key. It was not dated. It was not signed. It has no value features. Means I didn't go, this is a plan. It was dismissed. Our plan, Berending style, our plan was made by Jajusi, a veteran physical planner at Birkama. And he extracted the plan from 1981. Extrapolated, a baby suffering plan, that it was extracted from a plan made in 1981. It has all the features. Berending was there, Katong, Sifo, Madina, Salam. The boundary was clear, the features in the boundary, everything was clear. Kisoto, everything was clear. The court yajeko, like, these people presented something better. After it mean be claim gang, your witness your statements are inconsistent. Yeah, understand? Yeah, understand? We told you to present plans, you could not. Yeah, understand? Judge for as a fee. You could not produce enough evidence. Your claims are real. So for that being the case, it was clear. Yeah, understand? That was the Banjul High Court. They weren't satisfied. The same Jiki Dabo pushed, he was charged 20,000 for that. The same Jiki Dabo in 2016. He was charged again after the 20,000, that is Iwojo. He the same Amanjifop.
So to be clear, in case judgment ketale for your dismiss le kotenke.
It was the same dismissal.
Was your dismiss
because yes, it only sue.
I understand.
Yes.
I understand.
So they went further to the Supreme Court? Court of Appeal. A Court of Appeal taraji wole nyininka. What were the reasons me at Almansong still now? They explain again the court is still now. That is the same thing. Because you people are inconsistent, you cannot prove. Yeah, understand? A sketch plan means someone they cannot tell you anything. New sketch plan is dated 1981, and then it's like everything is clear. They even silol mean besate konaka indicate. Yeah, understand? So what I'm trying to say here is Dabokunda wolom the owners of Gunjurti. Dabokunda the owners of Gunjurti wolle Gunjur law Any other person who comes next, Dabo Kunda Koleka Keno dealer. So me and Jahal, how is it that Dabo Kunda Minketa landloti? It will take Keno Minti. Luntango Betamu, Luntango Bokeno Kileno no Yadile. Wolom Jemme Kundati, Manjang Kunda, Jata Kunda, Kamin name thing. In 2019, it was not 2021. I mean, it's not 2020. It's 2019. Kabring fracas ni kita kelo kita. And wokelo, ntolka for a plane as a community. We regret the loss of a life min kita je. Amanya na kelo nyama. But as a community, we stood to make sure that nying problemo akanake. But authorities, the institutions, they neglected, they ignored. Fuck it. I said it the last time during our press conference, and I'm going to repeat it. And this is the same footstep in Tamakanteng. Pur kudo kana naboje. Kabring itol fo letara itara fo Berending koma. Berending in carton tema sino nyinkera oldo. Kabring itara confrontation soto killing was announced until malonga kete nyami because I was in there. Yeah, understand. We regret it and then we definitely condemn it amanya nakela. Yeah, understand. Kabring kelo botaje the president heard of it because molbele amoy. I commission a tax force institute pour me say Berending Gunjula temo jibe. Ntol sitale inata tax force came iko inata ka Berending Gunjula boda le jibe. They went around with some of our elders itare jibe for kabari murunta. You understand? Then our alcala was old, but adingole ka singo tama adingo abeta koku adingole ka lekake. Ntol sitale mam fenkalamta. Lunkiling iko nyeko commissioner nyim paretale. A document kile to Baro and Baro has approved. Pour yele recommendation or execute. You implement. One day, the alcalo called, ako, a letter received from survey that we should go and answer. Yeah, understand. That is related to this tax force. We went very early. We went a very good number with our lawyer. We went. We were surprised. The chief was there, but the alcalo was not there. So unko ko antro for mbato le bariko sani ko no they are morning nga meeting no cancel tale why because alkalo mamoy but chief ya moyle I know he's a brother wona tale but alkalo manna the then amanna yes.
Okay, I wanted to ask that which alkalo
of Gunjur never came for that meeting amanna but the chief was there but they said they sent the same letter to them but the chief had the alkalo did not. The then deputy governor of West Coast something Suso Musa Suso was the one who came and told our people, but I don't finance here. You don't specify. I'll go Berending Kolal now. We came. And they were senior officers, security officers were there to attend the meeting. I cancelled that. We don't know why. But we had a very bad feeling that something is wrong. We are not comfortable. So they'll get back to us. Phobia, amanke. Yeah, understand? Yes.
And this was when?
That was 2021, 22.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that was after the whole thing. Now, let's look at the task force. The task force was led by Buba Sanyang, the then PS of local government.
I know Buba.
Do you know Buba Sanyang? Buba Sanyang is a born native of Gunjur. Buba Sanyang is a born native of Gunjur.
Okay, he's from Gunjur.
Our family Hainong Gunjur. Everybody. It's like Buba Sanyang la broda from Banta. I will put it that way straight. So you don't expect Buba Sanyang, Sena I told you to that commission or no. Ning Atara, fine, he's the PS of the lands. 9 after Taraleje. It would have been fair, more for he's going to be present. Mingo before I can't Afanaya Mim caring. Because now I asked the alcalo, because alcalo in judgment on Ntola judgment alcalo masoto, because he was too old, he cannot keep those records. Now did they request any copy of our judgment? No, Imam request at it. And then if you set a task force, it's not a court. It's a fact-finding team. So if they are finding facts, they need to collect data, proper data from both parties. Need data collect, they are going to make their analysis or base their analysis based on that data you mean collect. Our document, I don't know how they got it. If they had it or not, I don't know how they made the judgment. Buba had the powers to influence that commission. He is the PS.
And he's the head.
He is the head of that commission. How can you rely on that commission? We don't like it. We don't want it because what commission are unfair. Because sign, I was saying it, and I'll repeat this. They've been going to radio stations for more than 5 years. Radio stations, TV stations. This is the only thing they will say. But they will never present a document. This judgment is everywhere. It also because even at the police station, we made many copies. We sent it to their police station.
Can you take it out? Let me see.
Yes, this judgment is everywhere. Nga display all over. This is the first one at Brikama High Court. This is at the High Court Banjul, and this is that of the Court of Appeal. Approved by 3 judges. And this is the sketch plan. You can see it clearly.
No,
it started from 1981. Abebe Saferinji.
So the cameras will take them.
This 1981.
Yeah. Ya you see, yajele. Ay kisul beso, ay fichu sol beso. Ali, pur sama lombe, pur ay koy ko, ay don for evidence on natale. Because it all
ko clearly takalar no la.
Yeah, so but camera li abita. Nene you can
that's the sketch plan.
I'll MC follow that. Then okay, this
is sketch plan that indicates all the communities around.
Fetch from the
1981
data.
Yes.
So basically there's a master plan and then you extract
most likely because that is the only thing that it will mean.
Okay.
You see, extracted from 1981 because it was done around 2015, and that was approved by the court.
So this one is from the Brikama High Court.
That was the Brikama High Court.
Yes. And
the Court of Appeal is there.
No, the Court of Appeal is here.
Yeah, that's the other
Court
one.
of Appeal.
The Court of Appeal.
This is the
Banjul High Court.
Yes.
Banjul, yeah, exactly. So those are the documents. Yeah, understand.
Between Alaji Jiki Dabo and Alfang Sanya.
Thank you very much. Alfang Sanyang is the alcalo at that time.
And this is the relative to former PS or PS land.
No. PS is Gunjur. This one is Berending. Alcalo Sanyang is Berending. This other Sanyang, PS Sanyang is Gunjur.
This is 2011.
Thank you very much. And that is 2016. And this one is 2013.
Uganda, 2011.
Yeah, let me see. This is March 2011.
11. Exactly.
March 2011.
For this one, I think the judge is E.A. Amadi.
Thank you. So this other one was signed by 3 different judges.
Yeah, the Court of Appeal, it's a panel.
Thank you. Now, in terms of frustration of Minty, we cannot be treated that way. In terms of citizen leti. Anong ni ajen tolbe balankang. Nanyim balang babi amanke ko mam balang comme balangole kamade. Jikita fenela because ntol ko jikita luwala. Yen samba ko ntete be nyo samba kanyina. Ite yen samba ko iko italam. Yen samba you could not prove it. Iko itante. Yeah, I understand it. Because it was indicated, you can open up the Elabek. You cannot prove, so your claims cannot be authorized. Yeah, I understand it. Me ite tante. Yeah, I understand it. Ite mi kita kodatioti. But ite la luntango. Inate o sembentu ya kafuko weta wo personal claim. I hate samba court. The commission exactly. What they did was a part of their recommendation. Ako sign they are going to give opportunity to all other kabilos within Gunjur to go to court to Berending because only Berending Manta court. They are strangers of Dabokunda.
What explain potentially?
Luma wax moy they wanted all other kabilos according to the commission's recommendation. All other sub kabilos in Gunjur to also have the same opportunity to go to court with Berending, claiming portion of lands in Berending, so that they can also have their share out of Berending.
Okay, but amuñ ben issue at Berending.
Never had issue because Berending Act, the landlords, the main founders of Gunjur, no among issue. They lost, so they were looking for another path to penetrate Berending. The simple fact is, Gunjur is a big community. It has very prominent people in offices. That is the advantage they took. Buba Sanyang played a very big role in the whole mess. They trusted too much in Buba. Then they do something and nothing will happen. This was 2 years ago. A serious demolition carried out by Fabrama.
Who is Fabrama?
Fabrama Dabo. He was on the camera there. He was sitting with a blue kaftan.
But who is this Buba Drame that they're talking about?
Buba Drame, no.
The Buba Drame from Berending.
Buba Drame is one of our boy in Berending. He was the one claimed to be the killer. Yeah, understand? He was sent to prison. We didn't see Buba to date. That we cannot tell you anything about that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, he's okay.
Yes, he was sent to prison. They were going to court, but we don't know what happened.
We don't know what happened. So what about the embargo?
Let me. I'm interested in here.
Yeah.
He was alleged to have been the one that shot the person that died.
Exactly. Yes.
So he was apprehended
and sent to Mile 2.
And
was going on trial.
Okay. And this was, when did this shooting happen?
That was 2019.
2019.
Yes.
So until today, case bi jeexna amna a judgment amna a state bi securing a conviction pour prison ko case bi mu ngi ongoing.
I cannot tell you much about that case because Buba all of a sudden guy you know the Faraja. You know the Faraja. We don't know where is Buba.
Who said the Faraja?
Because that it was a case going to court. Understand? New people, new hair need there. I don't know what happened. Understand? Though I'm not over there, and we regret it, and we said, you know, it's something that we need to condemn. But what happened next after Buba? We don't know where Buba is right now. We don't know. We don't know.
So Buba among a lawyer.
I think so. I assume he should.
Okay.
Yes, that I'm not very sure of. But this is what happened.
So, but this since then, living in Lenko,
Now the story from Nekani is like now it's like the High Court versus the Commission. A Commission's recommendations.
So, do you have a copy of the Commission's recommendation?
Thank you very much.
The findings and the recommendations.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
So the Commission be set up nanko. They claim that okay, meet this part. Miss this part, the two parties new am conflict be. And then you on the side to survey the place because that also the key in their finding.
Thank you.
And then you them be pare, no matter how long la jail, they come up with a report. Report bobu non dafa wara am findings, dafa wara am recommendations for a way forward.
Thank you.
And report bobu nono ñi am problem ku nekk war nga xam report bi pour xam report bi lan la wax and the way forward and lan moo xew ñi leen sant liggéey bi tamit war nañoo am liggéey bi ñi nga xam ne ñoom ñoo ne war a nekk the implementers of the recommendation ñooñu war nañ koo am ndax yéen am ngeen report boobu noonu
musuta am. We asked for that report because then among Bena Tribune am a fact-finding mission to know what's happening. Because we weren't comfortable with the whole setup of the commission. We went around. We went to Lanson Survey. Yeah, understand. When I get Lanson Survey, because they told us the recommendations is done and then they sent it to the president, he signed it and they're coming to implement. Because then I'm on a day that they sent us a letter that they are coming to demarcate the border. Lanson Survey, they sent us a letter that they are coming to demarcate the border. When we were here, Lulu, we told them no problem, we are waiting. We went in numbers and went to the border and wait. That is the original border, the historic and you know border Musaham. For legend Tawar guy. No, they changed their minds. They are not coming to demarcate anymore. They just came to see and go back. And we don't know, they said that in the letter they said demarcation. So we went on a finding mission, the recommendation was sent to the president. We told him that, look, we need a copy. You cannot, you know, make a finding about our community. Linga recommend, linga find, we don't have a copy of that to know what's happening. He said, you know what he told? He told it's confidential.
You recommend
Billahi, betay, Berending, not the other. Alcalo, who them he go with us. Understand? Better am a copy of that recommendation and we don't know what is there. The recommendation is being implemented. Then they served that old man. They served him a retirement letter, the Alcalo of Berending. I told you he was old. They served him a retirement letter. So Foria picked up the information and wrote sacked instead of retire. So we went to find out what happened. How can you sack an Alcalo whatsoever? So we went to the governor because the letter was addressed by him. We went to him and he told us, I did this as part of the recommendations of the commission. The commission recommended that they are going to retire, the Alcalo should be retired, and this is why he is retired. Then that was when we realized that the commission's recommendations are being implemented. Understand?
So which means that
all along you don't have a copy of those
till date. And you know the funniest story of it is, you know, these counterparts, Gunjur, they have every information in that recommendation. We don't know how was that possible. And that tells you exactly the level of, you know, corruption in that commission.
So possible ne dañ len ko wax or dañ am document bi.
Clear, because one ako ñun fel ñu musuta xam. But what we never expect, loolu lañ dégg ci mom. That the commission, he said it clear if you move forward. The commission said they are on the right track and they are going to demarcate based on what they told them.
Yeah, he said that.
Clear. So we don't understand how is all this thing happening. What is our side of the story? It's not there. And then just like all the copies in Nicaragua that they have a judgment, a court judgment, they will never present it on the TV. Because our people say they've never said a word in all of those courts. You cannot present that. And if the commission could not rely on that one, because our side of the story was not in their judgment. But in our
this cannot call it a fair hearing.
Thank you. And in our this one, they were the one who sued us. We never sued them because we knew we are on the lands of Carton.
The plaintiffs, so you guys were the defendants.
Defendant, thank you.
So and then always come out in your favor.
Thank you. So they had the opportunity to put out every story that they want. It could not match up. Even their witnesses, it could not match.
So are people selling the lands there? akabri embargo keje. There is embargo according to them.
This embargo being like being nekk di wax ni. Ñun sax xamuñ naka la ñëwé. Why we are very comfortable.
Because if the commission or the task force is part of the recommendation, there should be an embargo.
Yeah.
You understand? Then, like he claimed, ñom gisuñ report.
Yeah.
Why ñom ñu ngi wax ne embargo. So ñom naka lañ xamé ne embargo la. That is, if what he's saying is anything to go by. Xam nga mom dégg nañ ko mo embargo mu fa. So possibly is it to say ne ñom gis nañ report bi or wax nañ leen lu nekk ci report bi te ñi gisuñ ko, so ñi ñu ngi déggé embargo bi ci ñom. So now if there is an embargo in the report and you did not show me the report, I don't know. How would I know that I'm not supposed to go there?
Okay.
And then let me shock you here again. This guy, if you continue forward, he tells you straight. They asked him after the commission. One of the journalists
during
asked,
the question and answer.
Yes, they asked him. Did you people after the commission recommendation? Did they call you people to tell you what their findings were? He said yes. We were called to Banjul. Berending we were sitting and they told us according to the commission's report, Gunju are the ones on the right track. So they are going to do their demarcation based on what Gunju people told them. He said it clear, and that never happened. He said again, we were called to Banjulinding at the Deputy Commissioner's office. And the same thing was mentioned, that was the purpose of the meeting, and that was mentioned that the commission said this, and the ones, Gunju people are the ones right. And that never happened. The meeting at the Deputy Commissioner's office was because of this.
The demolition?
Yes, there was nothing like a meeting specifically conveyed so that the message will be clear that the commission's
But has he provided the letters of invitation for such meetings and so on?
Which one, sorry?
If you said during the press conference, journalists have asked if they were called officially to be told what the commission's report contains, does he present a letter emanating from the relevant authorities inviting you and Gunju?
Apart from the paper that he was holding to read, and it has been that way, that's their modus operandi. They will never show a document. You see, this Fabramo, when he did this demolition, we took the case to Gunjur police station, and we went with our wherever we go with our copy, like I did today, because we believe it's something authentic. We don't hide. We took the documents to the station. And the police officers asked him, Pabrama, itela kaito, iko atol tamujeti, itela kaito samada. Billahi till date, he never brought a document.
He never brought it.
He never.
Okay, so I will get back to MC Lamoy's reaction, Silly. What do you think after listening to both sides?
Well, Buba Jerejef, déglu na both sides. Foog naa ne fu mu gën a bëgg a waxee mooy colonial land.
Baala nga defee sa mbaxana bi.
No or bi.
Bana nii de.
Bana. Boja baara de.
Waaw kilifa la waaw.
Waaw bii moom xam nga ñun Tijaan leen. Ñu dañu soo mbaxana Tijaan. So foog naa ne déglu naa ñaari site yëpp. Wala mbiri land dafa nekk problème ci Gambia. Foog naa bii nekkul first time government mu ngi set up a task force ci affaire land. Xam nga ni fi land commission. Bu nga xam ne foog naa kii ci Faraba bi sax. Bokkoon na ci mbiri land. Wala avec des recommendations yi bu mu génne sax government di ko di implement. Law bi dafa ne. So c'était a task force or a commission. Il faut bala mu génn bala nga ko jox président bi. Ñaari parties yi da leen war a saaf. Ñoom ñu préparé ko for 6 months. La février la février su leen février ñoom dañu dem court. Wala government di génne waaye pipa. Fekk automatique yow sa case bi mu ngi court. Ne d'accord loo si seen recommandation si. Loolu waa bi wax. Wala njëkkee dem si président bi waaye si ñoom saafuloo leen ñoom dañu war a xam lan mooy recommandation lu fa nekk. So from there ñu prepare bi their lawyers. Fu yóbbu ko si court bi. Because commission bi nu mu def liggéeyam yëpp at bi de court bi moo am financier bi. Because jaane commission bi am na fi gis ne recommandation yu bari George bi da ko ruum. Against naka commission seen décision si. Mooy ticket moto seen gis ngeen coow ticket moto bi leen amul sax yu bari am neen Edward si nga te ñu bari win neen seen case through after commission def seen liggéey. Loolu am na fi. So foog naa ne and sooy set up a commission or task force na nga war a vet commission members yi.
Definitely.
da nga war a vet. War ngaa xool kii fan la dëkka fan la jógee ak lan mooy qualification am bi nga jox ko liggéey bi.
Thank you.
Bon mun loo jël MC Thiam bu nga xam ne waa Ibo Town la Ibo daan josoo ñuy xeex nga jël MC Thiam léegi na lii
commission boobu noonu.
après waa Ibo Town la.
kan noonu.
ba des nga sur commission.
waaw
Ibo dañ gisoon ñu am problème.
waaw
léegi ne MC Thiam moo nekk chairman bi. MC Thiam da ngay Ibo Town.
da ngay Ibo Town yeah the same.
It's serious very serious.
loolu mënu maa def dara lu nga xam ne tey dama def lu nga xam ne du féegoo Ibo Town. fu laa juddoo fu laa yoroo fu laa xam. so no matter how things them because at the beginning balaa report bi warta dem si président bi te ñëw si ñi. because da nga leen oo ñaari parti yi nga laaj leen. nga def sa finding and koo def na ruling. foog naa commission bi seen liggéey sax man ama gëm ne ama commission suñu daal dañ ko set up task force bi pour dimbale ay nit ñu am xaalis. da ngay defee am na daal dañ ci am 100,000 200,000 300,000 commission si ëpp yëpp dañ defee gaay mais seen liggéey dafa yomb dañu ñëw toog benn awa toog ñu ajoon ko bon heure man invité dama gëm ni solowuloo commission pour xam lan moo xew ruling am na koo def na jooj menam du kooti Bantaba au côté marché kool bu nga xam ne ay jooj ñoo toog ñi def seen liggéey yow soo ñu tëkkee task force committee isi nga ko loo koy njëkkee def mooy nga xool kool ruling bi su nekkee ne yow kii kool bi def na ruling mu nangul ak kool bi mu appui ak bi tey ñu stand ne ñoom ruling ay jooj men boobu ba tey mu ngi stand kon foo la em foo nga war a dem kat bon task force committee bu nga xam ne tey government def nañ ko lu si boppam mooy kii mooma ne xëy na mu ngi yaagaa toog ñoom ñooy kabul rek ñu def ñu si report.
am si dëgguma la sax président bi jotoon naa wax fii after the fracas immediately after the fracas mu ne moom lan problème bi nga xam ne dem na jaar na through the court he have no say on that mu ne du si teg baat because jaar na court ba pare te foofu mooy di climax te bii jaar na foofu noonu so bu fekkee ne moom léegi dem na sign the recommendations pour gars yi ñëw implement probably he don't even know what was put in the recommendations ak naka la ñu ñëwee to that finding I don't know Ousman
xam nga président Barrow métier fu mu gën a mu ne mooy affaire suuf jaay kër lu waas kër foog naa fii moom waroon naa mën a di adresse fii xam nga Jammeh da ngaa ne soldat la woon soldat bi su amee failure war lu fu mu di am da ngaa bileem Jammeh foofu la xam waaye moom Barrow fii la xam mooy jaay kër boo coono kër warta bëri si nguuram fii la mu ne soo ñëwee si kii su nekkoon tey président coono journaliste warta nekk si problème yi dëkk bi war naa xam seen problème so président Barrow for every day yaa ngi jóge cooy suuf every day cooy suuf mi ngi am every day yaa ngi set ay commission arrivé su ñëwee recommandation ay nit ñoo toog fay nit seen ñoo toog bi na seen recommandation bu la neexul ma def la neex nga jox ko président bi mun naa am sax ibiwu ko dafa toog ak cabinet ministre bi toog ministre of local government laan mooy toog advice ko noonu leen def lii ak lii ak lii on every time
also not only ne gisut ko ndax li ñoo wax ne report am na yónnee nañ ko président bi sign na ko ndax even loolu sa digga because soo gisee report bi gis ne président bi sign na ko then you can conclude ne you know what def nañ seen report then jox nañ ko président bi sign na ko waaye xam nga tamit as because ñoom gisuñ report wane na fi document yu bari understand nga yuñ gis ak suñ bot te I can tell ne this is a document from the court one of the courts right and you can see the judges am na a case number boo xam ne you can authenticate it soo demee si court si di nga mun a xam ne case bi ni ever existed because there is a case number but then there is no such report even if there is a report ñun gisuñ fa signature président bi pour wax ne sa président bi sign na so now this is just a word out there boo xam ne man duma ko authenticate ma ko so I cannot even point fingers to the president to say ne am na si loxo o amee si loxo
no fu ma waxee kenn mun loo set up a task force committee or commission without président du ko yëg
dama waxee ma foofu man am talking about
waaw président bi dafa yëg ne tax coow am na place sangam
MC waxuma foofu noonu dégguloo moom mu ngi wax ne issue bi moom amee président bi taxaw na pour wax ne issue bi ne since it has gone through the court and judges have decided moom du ci dugal loxoom xam nga wax na loolu foofu man dégguma ko li ma wax mooy xam nga li ñoo wax ne report bi pare na ba jox nañ ko président ba président sign na léegi dañoo implement man loolu lay try pour wax ne we are not seeing the report ñoom su dee am nañ ko na ko gars yi génne pour ñu gis ne président bi moo joxee the go ahead for them to implement whatever is there then man at that point in time I will have an opinion on the president.
So it's almost true. If the governor said, governor will confirm that guy. It's from the recommendations la retire the alcalo. Even that means there is already
a commission nga jël taxpayer money or tax force committee bu nga xam ne commission member bu nekk or tax force member bu nekk yaa ngi ko fay suñu xaalis bu nga leen Ousmane bokk na si man bokk na si keneen bokk na si understand soo defee liggéey pare weneen liggéey bi dafa feeboo Bojang oo feeboo Bojang war ngaa gën a sa liggéey boo joxee ne liggéey baa ngi nii media house yi yow bu wootee waruloo struggle report bu da nga ko war a am understand nga so par exemple war naa mën a toog ne report bi nag du tax génn si media bi lu tax report bi ñi mënuñ koo am bu ko toog président toog ne ko toog si président bi toog rek la war ngaa def sa follow up war ngaa mën a xool ne ana report bi mu génn si media bi kenn faa de publicité ko faa de publicité ko sana publicité ko loolu dañ ko war a xam man sana war a xam report boobu dafay dégguma si erreur yi wala war naa mën a xam coow bi am na ko xam ne dee na fa nit dee na fa léegi ko xam ne ñu ngi ko arrêté te ba léegi
ñu arrêté xamuñ ñeneen ñu ne wecc na ñeneen
mun naa wane code bi def na judgment oo deful judgment lu ba tee nguur bi da war ne mën a leeral gaam ci ne kun arrêté ne moom lañ foog ne moo rey yóbbu nañ ko code bi def na lii ak lii wala bàyyi nañ ko wala amul evidence
until now dafa mel ni justice is not served.
It's not.
You know,
kenn xamul
even though nit
so kon lii war naa woon ne nubuti ak mën a lu fa laxas moo bari bon dama wax ne doo mën a jël man fu ma amee problème si commission bi mooy mënuloo jël buuba di permanent secrétaire pièce bu nga xam ne doomi di ka Gunjur la
te broda moo gaañu noonu.
waaw kooku nga ne ko léegi kaay nga lead head a task force of commission si beneen dëkk nga xam ne ñoo jege man nanguma loolu. bu la koo xam ne bokkul si dëkk boobu ku indépendant nga jël Bojang from Noto Daka. Bondali Kamfenda mu ñëw nekk foofu. mu ma gën a nga jël ko xam ne inti caabu rek Ibou Tall nga ne kaay nga ateña Ibrahima Diouf.
All right. Talibo mu ne la réaction de.
I reserve my opinion and pray for peace.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Nene.
bés bu nekk abu ees.
Nene gaaw.
noppa déggati na. ok.
ñu mu kene kool di.
Peace nene kii ba or. su ngeen bañ a wax kii la baa nga ñëw mu ne ma affaire bi tey arrêté wuñ ko. su ngeen muy daw nii or baa ko waroon bi.
man li ma bëgg a wax mooy ne.
ni alkalo man si jàng kene kool aradu afat
li ma wax mooy am nañ the opportunity.
Ani de kala ko.
Ako li alkalo man si jàng.
Ani de tani.
Afo ko tenke alafta moy la.
No. Tani will learn a lot from the other the other land case that we treated here. I was sick for a few days. And the alkalo later died.
Dere ki naka kala Latin sa
Kasakunda.
Waaw nga sunu programme.
akal mané naka tare ko
Berending and Gunjuru no do that one.
ana sa orbe julli bi moy yow
No.
Anyway
Yo ndega de man sama corona wañu wax bi Taibo dawo nek ko sama xarit Taibo Taibo yow mo wañu enti Taibo yow mo ndega dawo sama xarit Taibo boy yow joy suma de
enti du nelaw Allez là man ngeen jox problème
Go ahead. Dara.
Xam nga li ngeen jox problème guddi su ndee ndogo ba pare ma nene
La ode.
okay
Tali wala de kala de.
dafa gaaw a soj
I know.
dafa gaaw a soj bu sojee rek ne ma gars yi jóg nañ anyways I mean, on a more serious note, like I'm the opportunity to dig out from both sides because you could see, what's the guy's name that was talking?
Yeah, Lamin Jammeh.
Lamin Jammeh.
Lamin, yeah.
Mange wax passionately, okay? But again, dem na ñëw na, I need you jotee la. Now it will be also good ne listening the way niñ ko waxee Gunjur nim Berending. Gunjur Berending ñoo am problème. This doesn't look like the entire Gunjur and the entire Berending ñoo nekk di xeex. This you can tell ne is specific people from this place against specific people from this place. You understand? Because again, when you look at the court documents, they're not mentioning Gunjur, Berending. Gunjur versus Berending or Berending versus Gunjur. They're mentioning, specific individuals that are against each other or somebody suing the other one or whatever. But now, dem na ñëw na yëpp, I'm so glad ne I have these documents, to authenticate or for me to lean on and give an opinion. Li saat rek mooy ne issue bi dafa yaaga, right? yàgg na dem na ba nit ñàkk na ci bakkenam yal na ko suuf sedda si kawam yàlla baalal ko bàkkaaram muñ loo famille bi yëpp waaye tamit lu waratoon a am la parce que suñ ci jógoon ñu dox ci ay jéego bañ a def lu neex kenn na loolu du doon am so léet nañ jóguñ ba loolu am waaye still now even though loolu am na ba tey dafa mel ni issue bi mu ngee drag fi moo eega nag man xaw ma te foguma ne yéen xam ngeen te foguma ne ñi seetaan tam xam nañ fan la moo eega su dee ne saafara wuñ ko so important na pour ñu jóg ñu jox si dox si ay jéego ñu saafaral ko waaye tamit understanduma lan moo tax ñu war a form a task force after a judgment right from 3 different courts it's being presented I don't know why because again it goes back to validate liñ dee wax tey man ak yow ak ñu bari do we really respect our courts do we really respect our judicial system do we really respect our judges because su dee ne man am naa problème óoluwuma la aw ma yaakaar ci yow du ma spend lawyer ak time ak resources pour ñëw si yow ne la lii mooy suma problème arbitrate because already gëmuma la waaye du ma mën a spend time and resources ma ñëw ci yow bu ma ñëwee ci yow yaakaar moo tax ne am nga xam-xam bi am nga man-man bi te di nga dogal te doo parparlu léegi du ma jël loolu ma ñëw ba nga dogal ba pare ma ne déedéet li nga dogal neexuma o óoluwuma la so damaa dem use other means man pour man yàpp lu système bi la ak yàpp lu loi dëkk bi la man dama believe in the court so much. Whether you rule in my favor or against me, I still respect them. The court si man dama feel ne dañ fi nekkar pour kenn jox nañ la steps and levels. You don't have to agree, but if you don't agree, there is a way, a process for you to manifest your disagreement and grievances. You cannot take the law in your own hands.
Thank you.
You can't. Man lolu moy suma gis-gis. So su nekkee ne documents from the court mu ngi fa I don't see why any official of the state from any ministry should even make it their business to form a task force. Now, are you telling me that the lawyers, they have erred in their judgments? Even if they do, let me give you the benefit of that. Even if they do, you can still go to a superior court to challenge that. And what you need to do is provide evidences why you feel the judge erred. Because judge yi tamit nit lañ te seen xel yi màccalante nañ léegi lii gis nañ ko fi judge daf dee def a judgment nga yóbbu ko to a superior court let's say magistrate court nga dem high court ñu realize ne ok judge bi xëy na bi mu doon def judgment bi lii ak lii am na lu miss and then ñu overturn that ruling ayo gis nañ ko fi several times waaye again man suma naxari xool moo nekk ne dëkk bi it's becoming so frequent and we are normalizing flaunting court orders, not obeying
court orders.
The court, understand, when they make rulings or orders, then you have people sit there and feel we are in power, we can disregard that and do our thing. And guess what? So they am judgment against anybody else, right? Do they jail time, sir, pour you execute, can you implement ko? So they pour evict la, nala orne boy jógee si court bi dañ na da nga fekk sheriff bi ñu ngi start di implement su dee ne cost lañ award against yow pour ñoom nala orne di nga ko fay waaye ñaata yoon la judgments day am boo xam ne it's not in their favor and then you disregard ko ñu def otherwise we have to begin understand to respect because dëkk boo xam ne respect to rule of law dëkk boo xam ne su judgment amee ruling am dañ koo taaj because of am na foo laaxu am nga foo wéeru nga taaj ko nga def lu la ne dëkk boobu du dem and ñun suñ problem in this country lack of respect for the rule of law is one of the key factors boo xam ne moo tax ñu ngi am challenge si ñoo dem parce que nit dëgg la dinañ xuloo waaye suñ demee fi nga xam ne foofu la baax na nekkee benn nañ leen doxal li ñoo doxal I challenge the Ministry of Land right for them to come out and say okay we were involved in this issue right and we are responsible enough that we form a task force. And this is the task force finding. And back it, don't just give us a letter. Back it with evidences. Give us a detailed report where somebody is going to read it and say, oh, you know what? The people of Berending, you know what? You guys are at fault. You need to let sleeping dogs ride. Because not only the report, because report that they want a commissioner see or task force be member see, they need to be very, very impartial. Yes. They need to be people that I can look at and say, you know what, whatever you tell me, whether it's good or favorable or whatever, but I can trust in you because I'm not bad interest.
Sure.
You just arbitrated for the interest of the people and for the sake of peace.
Sure.
Why man do not rely on ko hamne dafa am a stake in it, mu nekk the arbiter, understand nga expect ne dina jël waxam. So let the ministry come out because we need to know what they have done, and this needs to end. It needs to be put to an end because if not, disaster is going to happen. Land issues in this country, it's our biggest challenge. And the family, competent people, they are honest, they are God-fearing, and they can make decisions for hamne. It's impartial, without ill will, without fear or favor. Why? Let me borrow my brother's word here.
Bojang, yes.
Bojang. When you have people who are transactional, people who are not leaders but dealers, they might make a swing problem.
All right. Thank you so much. I will call Bojang.
Yes. Land is always a sensitive issue, and we have seen what he brought, which by our normal human being, whatever judgment, we think they are all valid. We cannot take it to a scientific lab to look at it and so on, but from the look of things, it looks valid. And what I would say is
if it is not valid, I think this has been in the public domain for the longest time. I think the onus is on them to come out with a superior argument or a counter document that is going to debunk these things. But in the absence of that, I think every reasonable person will hold on to what the court says.
That's it. That's the bottom line.
You see, I wouldn't want to dwell on Berending Gunju ownership because I don't know.
Sure.
But I want to dwell on those that we are paying our money to do work for us.
Is it that you don't want to be sick?
No, not that.
Because Boma is so scared.
You see, every country, every village, they have their history. And every land has a secret. Every land. Okay, so Berending have their own, Gunju have, Kamfenda have their own. Those that know will tell you. There are always things.
So you manga yena bojogi wena plus.
Man manga.
Top cop. James Manga.
Wow.
Hey!
You know, he's a brother. So what is there is land problems su ame te loi mo am. Loi la ñu wara tomba.
Sure.
If there is a commission that is headed by a bona fide native of Gunju, and this whole thing is between Gunju and Berending, or some families of Gunju or Kabylos and Berending, it was wrong for PS Buba to head that commission or that tax finding, whatever team. It was wrong. But this is what we are saying. Ningayina for Gambian Go. Ning mansa keso to me yalong aka men consider kolto amanke kuti me yalong mansa kenya ka consider but in all aspects nkawana soto. And this does not only stop with Buba. The list is not out for us to confirm whether he was there or not, but as per your claims, if they are what we should go by, Buba should not be there.
He was there.
But this is what is this is what is actually happening, and I have the belief because ñun fi luñ gis moy nguur bi ku def lu bon wala nga xamne lu mu def andut ak loi andut ak suñ aada ak suñ ciosan mu koku lañ dé promote.
Thank you.
That is the truth. Nit ñi dañ la def because li nga def da nga lubal wala da nga dañ la tuumal affaire jabar ak jambu jël la yobul la def la ambassadeur. Yow naaji Gambia sa du la la promotion. So I want to believe ne li la because PS warta nekk foofu noonu to be frank with you. waaw moom sax su li fi noonu dafa doon war a wax ne déedéet man I have a stake in this bëgguma si bokka. So selection bi it tells you ne we are still missing the fundamentals. Why are we not vetting certain things? You are the president na ngay ñëw jël commission vet ko. Waaw ñooñu you should give them chance for them also to give their own disclosure ne man lii suma intérêt moo nii suma intérêt moo naa su ne defuñ loolu noonu yow tamit you have SIS, you have protocols, you have advisors, you have all the people that you need. Make sure nga investigate ku ne balaa mu nekk si commission bi so that each party will dañoo gis ne lu si jéena rek dañ siy góom dañoo xam ne waaw jaar naa ko yow report bi tamit waa nga ko am lu tax amuloo
ba léegi till date
use the access to information lifin bi
commission
access to information act bi 2021 man boobu laa use ma am NEA they gave me so this is it you have to write to them use access to information
if you use that
write it I can supply you or you go just Google it access to information Gambia you will see the documents are there
no suñ paree fii sa buuba mën na laa jox the address
and everything
right to them
to
and
request
for this report
Within how many months?
anyways man Wednesday bu ñu record on
Water room
3 months down
Wow.
they should
Within
give you
3
so for me I
months,
think
it's
2 weeks
not
they got
maximum.
back to me they called me and I went to pick so yes use it nañ toppal loi bi but the main problem lu tax land problem bari si dëkk bi is because ku ñu yaakaaroon mooy expert land bi man xaw ma ban UK university ñoo ko joxoon degree bu ñu daan wax joxe nañ ko because vast experience of let's say 20 years in the industry of land and so on you should be able to fix our land problem yow loolu nga am xam-xam est-ce que kii moo loolu la waaye loo ma dégg bi di yow buba yaay journaliste waaye yow booy mënuloo manage even a media outlet ñun dañoo yaakaar ne xëj na sa maajaak bi doxu
you guys are mean
so I think as a country we need to follow judgments and everything that have been passed su dul loolu ëllëg si biir leneen mooy ñëw xew
definitely
because if we are leaving these things kii waxoon na ko fi last programme ne if you don't fix things you just try to massage them they blow up at some point they blow up te su blow up this one of the reasons I always tell people any president that you're going to have inherit Barrow wallahi yow doo nelaw because you know what happen you have a lot of things ñu nga xam ne ñu ngi si files yi ñu ngi tegu si table it's going to be difficult for you to fix it. Foog nga nekk dictator.
Sure.
Waaw soo nekkul you cannot. This country for it to be fixed, believe it or not, you need somebody who's hard.
ñun duñ fi allow dictator
I'm not saying we allow, but I'm telling you there's a lot of unresolved problems. For example, I want to advise the government. No, allow me. Salve ko di am lay dey. Me land ko jam say.
The word dictator.
No. You see, I want to advise the ministry and the entire government and all the relevant authorities. They should be very proactive.
Sure.
Tey nii Kombo su ñu bëggoon am train station wala railway dafay jafe because lu tax plan bi nekkutoon fa léegi Kombo mu ngee fees nañu make sure they put in the right policies the right measures foo ñi badi bu sandu ak yeneen yi that will be now protected. Ibayela ko ning surata project ko ning kila to have railways and so on, it will not be a problem. But now Combo is getting to its capacity. People are going to phone you in the name of investment, for example, in the name of anything. In next 20 years, we want to now go to phone you to have the biggest stadium in Africa. We cannot even have the land. Or we will start, it will just be like that of Sanyang. You want a deep sea port, you have issues. Because it has not been factored, it has not been planned.
Sure.
Imagine if that was looked at, Jawagala time or Walaya time, until they created a vast reserve. It's a done deal, and everything. It's a matter of time where you see they just go and implement it.
But to be
it
fair,
will save.
To be fair, Bujang, from Jawara to Jammeh, there used to be lots of reserve lands.
Yeah, but for these people, those are the
used
reserve.
to be lots of reserve
Yes.
land. But all those reserve has become unreserved.
That is true. That is also another thing. You are giving it, you are giving it to people.
Thank you
But
so much,
still, we want the government to name us how many reserve lands have they created as far as Barrow government is concerned.
Okay.
Have they maintained, not
Thank you so much.
No, we want not even maintain, we want to create.
Usman. Yes. Yetel bela mal you can respond. But what do you think is the way forward? Allah nying faal bel laflale pour alnim gunjurun kole si anim mansakunda ale come to term. Pour ka je ko gunjur anin atol al lafta minna nyin lano la kola ayeke. Like ale atol fanam pour ale compromise. Gunjure dota do fana e dota ay ke 50-50 we want to compromise
nan
that.
do mo be do muntala
This is a question.
Minna mo na compromise ya ko
You know, he was asked the same question. Do you know what he said? First, give me what I own before I give you part of it.
Yes.
And then now it's clear. Now they should give us back what we own, and we can give them. That this will be later. Because what we can. Now, coming for Jang. What? The way forward. It's like you be the for Kanjang. The rule of law has to be respected. Because already they said the president even has already authorized finance to release money to people that cannot to come and peg the boundary as per the commission's recommendation. The same commission that we're talking about. And then told as a community, we said no, we are not taking it because the commission, we don't like anything about the commission. Because it's not been transparent, we've not been informed. You know, and then we have a judgment. The High Court, wale adin tolla. So ntol be sembering wale kang. So ni masa fa ben fala kaito bembulu aya fa wale fa. It's like government taking a knife and stabbing himself. Because the High Court is a government institution. The one giving the orders that is Barrow is the head of that very institution. The commission cannot, you know, supersede the High Court. Yeah, it is not possible.
So ni nata boundary tala eba fo kanal te sonna.
No, we are not taking that. We are taking the one that has been tendered at the court. We all have the opportunity to go to the court and hear out. But the commission was not a commission whereby both parties were there to express their feelings. You understand? The judgment that they had, both parties were not there. So they cannot rely on that judgment. We cannot also rely on the commission because we are in there. Whether our judgment was there or not, we don't know. Whether part of it was there and part was not there, we don't know. So how did they come to this?
Okay.
So this is the problem.
Now,
but before you, Sarah,
we
have told you now, the talk here is about commission report, task force report,
sure.
Which you have said here you haven't seen, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Nyom, again, rumors are that the president has approved.
Yeah.
Rumors are that money has been approved for them to come and start work.
Yeah.
Because what that is going to do is another
big problem.
Sure. Because I'm sure if they come with their gadgets to say they are demarcating, the people of Berending will stand and say, you ain't going to do that.
Yeah, because we have the judgment.
To avert that, we have told you, you guys write to the Access to Information Commission to request for that report.
Okay. Because it's lands and whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah, just use the law, the act is there.
Exactly. Use the act and everything else. You have a lawyer, request for it. Once you get it, that will inform you what needs to happen. Possibly, they're not even doing what the report says, what the recommendation says. Possibly. But you cannot authenticate that. Now, have the document and see what the document says. Then your lawyer can now be informed the next step. If the document says something contrary to what the judgment says, because the commission's report cannot supersede a high court, especially a Supreme Court ruling. Not anywhere in the world. So now your lawyers can go to court to make sure that report is thrown to the bin where it belongs.
Thank you.
That is, if it's not in line with the commission. That's what you do to continue to be law-abiding. But if you just sit and say, we haven't seen the report, we don't know what it says, they are relying on the report and disregarding the court judgment, they come to implement, you get up and say you're not going to do it, it's like you're taking the law in your hand. Even though you're doing something right, that's what I would have done. You know, I will not allow anybody to enter my house without me giving you permission. I will stand at the door and say you won't come. If you try to push in, I'm going to push you back. And you fall anyway. So you know what's going to happen? Because if they have the backing of the government or the state or the president as alleged, you all are going to get into trouble. You will find yourself going back and forth in police stations, going to court, and eventually you land at mile 2. That's not the purpose of it. And when they get all of you in mile 2, they will freely implement what they want at your back. You don't want that. You have to be smart and walk 10 steps. Use the law.
Thank you.
No matter how long it takes, you will prevail.
That's what we call strategic patience.
Yeah. But I think Mansakunda, what they should do is let ye finti ye signal tema. Because problem mo kira jele mo kilim bantaje. Already a recommendational finti there according to atul ma recommendational je. Ning hani Mansakunda mortaje purga ke problem mo besoralale. So what they should do nte my own opinion to wole mi CL tema ale si gunjurun kol mil affecta si ale kaja ale ajibe albe bennola wala nambe nyinin ka kan non fo ibe albe son naka kudol compromise but natara authority si dol sita al tema pour ka diam al tema maybe alsi benno kannale but natara I mantara ka si al tema mo we diamu kay fangay so it all lafta pour kana ka recommendational implement atol te sonala problem wala ben so the first thing to do is ye si al tema ale kacha natural man benno kacha la step dol sitanole but Gambian be nga nyolone okay ni jama ni alfal sita moltema e kachata e ka sonne so ga tarajele so I think it's very important for government work right now because ni wonde I listen to Gunjur iba fokat ne ko mbe kamfare ne be sosori ni nyimana be wala fokala press conference so that means they are also ready to fight atol fana ngalla moyle alla press conference alko molta la lantala so that means atol be kamfa tollebe siri so the only institution, the only people who can solve this problem, and that is the very reason why
depending they don't have an interest.
Yes. No, they have any interest. Let them yabe throughout. Let them come neutral.
No, I mean arbitrate. Buba, eka alpha mean for pour yesi ye diamu itolla. Wal alpha ima nyanta interest sotola.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
No problem. I told you here, wo faro ni minketa. It's because of negligence of national institutions and in officials. Because janning problem besotla. Greda ni yeminta kadum berni kono kamola fensol greda. Ajarta police station bundaleto. They were notified that these people they are planning because we had the information. We told them.
In fact, normally
they called them and informed them.
There are regional intelligence agents.
Yes.
They feed the system to know.
Yes.
In Fonyi, in Sandu, they know.
So that is institutional failure. And then even of recent, there is this man Jatakunda. He is sitting there. Ikawo Jatakunda Kabilo Minfoje. Asan Jata. Berending Samba Tribunal Court. With all these documents, we tendered these documents, but the paramount chief Sukuta still want to go on and organize a court hearing between us and Asan, a stranger in Dabokunda. Taking Berending with all this judgment, and that is the tribunal setup that he is talking about. Meaning
that is ongoing.
Thank you. They are still implementing it because it started already. So Kabring Atata because they could not go anywhere. We tell this document. We are not going beyond this because this is the bigger setup.
Okay.
So what happened is that the tribunal court was not functioning. Later on, Asan went to Gunjur station with an injunction from the paramount chief. He left it at the police station. I have photocopy at the police station. So Asan will freely roam into our bush. Whoever he sees walking, he will go to the police station and get the police station to go and arrest you. That injunction has no limit. It has no dimension. It has no amandula. So it's open one. Yeah, understand. We went to the station and asked, what happened? Yes, Asan brought an injunction here, and we are acting based on that. Okay, injunction against who? The summon is here. The summon to that injunction is here. We received only a summon, and the case was not even discussed. You understand? Now the paramount chief is issuing us an injunction. He issued us 3 different injunctions for 3 different individuals in Berending, and all of these injunctions has no dimension. So Asan takes that one and roam freely in our bush. Wherever he sees you, even inside your compound, they will arrest you. And then what happened is when we asked, he said, the police said, we asked them, do you people have a copy of this injunction? They said no. I said, we are the counterpart because you see that one was for the VDC. I am the PR of the VDC. I move with the camera, we do everything together. The Alcalo, he's with us. He never had an injunction, and the Alcalo was also summoned. The VDC had no injunction, we've been summoned. And 2 of our brothers were also summoned, but not injunction. So Asan was the only person who was having these injunctions. We went to the station, I personally told the officer, how is this possible? You were also to be served a copy. We were to be served a copy, none. Asan is the only person with an injury. What he told us is like, okay, you need to go and find. I said, no, you people have to hear the officers. We are giving you a hint of criminal activity. Investigate. Said, no, you people need to go and find it. We will act based on what is here. I said, no problem. We fueled the car and went to the paramount chief. When we confronted him, he has nothing to say. He was angry. He said he's even going to jail one of our guys there. He was angry. He could not tell us anything. We clearly saw the pattern. It's like the paramount chief, and he said exactly what this man is saying as per the commission. That atolin dabo kunna ko letata kitiola. Alin da jata kunna ko betala kitiola. Alin manjang kunna ko betala. Alin nyandu kunna ko. Alin kabilo dol be betala kitiola. Jane Allah lanul be kuntula alni tema. What will be left for Berending? After this, the landlord, Semil Lonko, will Berending claim. Lamin Dabo, he's right now in Gujur, he's still alive. You will not see him in this commission because he failed. And he is one of the grandsons of the founder. Alaji Jeki Dabo is one of the grandsons of the founder. The Alcalo who was sitting within their mess there, was his clerk when Jeki Dabo was the Alcalo.
Okay.
So Wolbeman Diamu, because they knew what was there. Well, and he was very protective. He was like, Allah nyantolompuru kanaja nkadiamu. But he never said his part. Lamin Dabo was there. He will not join them because he know what is there. So these are few individuals. few individuals, they are taking advantage of national institutions to do what they want.
All right, thank you so much.
Like the Paramount Chief, allow me a minute, like the Paramount Chief is doing, he's using a national institution to do what he wants, which is not correct. Buba Sanyang used the national institution to do what he wants. Probably Barong Kamin na for them. Maybe Amalo Mimbe caring. Probably he don't know what, because he trusted in them to do something fair. They never did. So when they brought him the paper, okay, Ali Akelefokapare, he signed. And if he signed, they are going to implement. This is the problem.
Yeah,
this is the problem.
Okay, all right.
And lastly, the history of Gunjur, they will never tell you, they will never explain and tell you this is the boundary between Gunjur and Katong. They will never mention Katong. And as per what we had, Katong, Sifo, Sanyang were our boundaries. Gunjur settled in the lands of Sanyang. This is something that I cannot authenticate. But for the reason why I'm saying this is, Gunjur will never tell you how they came. They will never. All of their sermons and all of their talks, they will never tell you how they came and then who they bordered with. Even when they are talking about Berending and Katong in the judgment, Berending and Gunjur, they never tell you, we bordered with Katong. So if Katong was not there before Gunjur, Gunjur would have owned that whole land. Because Katong and Gunjur tema few kilometers lebih. Gunjur would have owned all that land. Because Gunjur ning Katong tema, wala situada than Gunjur ning Sifo tema. But Gunjur ning Sifo tema, they have a boundary with Sifo. But that of Katong, ini bukan mention. Because it's clear. Until ni tulbe diam kan dami jelom boundary. Okay.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jammeh, for coming. Abarka bake, nge tindu ke je bake, na sponsor tendu care finder. Well, normal after kene ku problem mo soral bita oldo. Ito level number 1 di Gambia Bangkok Kanjang, milke keno wafi. Alsitano je ilo number lak be borika screen o dumale. Ika kordalo fanan kele natara kene kensan wale bi bulika o fanan kale ne. Be mafala mo be ko me duala mo be ko alama sunkaro so mi alongo sunkaru barka malem alama ala fana yenna barol muta, and this time at diatal bakel because Cristiano ne musulmol be sunka nyolale so abekela yalo
but when we fast we look fabulous. We don't look like dead horse like we when we fast, we're fabulous. We're energetic.
We also look very strong.
When I'm fast, I'm calm.
I like that. When I'm fast, I'm calm.
Ala barka bage arjuma na ala be murana ni ala kiti tala al kana nyina ka subscribe na YouTube channel wala mi ba jibe kan YouTube Science and Intending for na technician all of course I'm Sire Dramele BJ Charles Elvis Ngom Mustafa Kamara Lamin Diallo ngebe tendu ke je ba ke ka tranyum programme ko ma fo arjuma na ala bye bye.
CareFinder is a real estate company that focuses on property development within the Gambia. We pride ourselves with providing not just quality and durable houses, but also state-of-the-art designs tailored to our clients' tastes and expectations. Our unique experience and expertise is second to none in the industry. We are currently building and selling 3-bedroom bungalows at Sukuta Traffic Lights and Jabang. We're also building and selling 3-bedroom story buildings at Sukuta Paradise. Other sites are also in the pipeline. With CareFinder, payment options are available. With just 40% deposit, you can get your house started. For more information, contact us on 329-5188, 727-0049, 709-8418. You can also check us out on Facebook and Instagram at CareFinder. With CareFinder, you are assured of a secure investment.